Don't worry. Do, 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 do. Don't worry. Be happy now. Do, 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 do. Don't worry. Do, 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 do. Be happy. Do, 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 do. Don't worry. Be happy now. Do, 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 do. Don't worry. Do, 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 do. Be happy. Do, do, do. Don't worry, be happy now. Do, 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 do. Don't worry. Do, 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 do. Be happy. Do, do, do. Don't worry, be happy now. In this motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. It's cracking. It's cracking. You. Yerb is cracking. A very special show for you guys tonight, man.
Come and put hi. I'm Larry. Since you want the invitation, I think we all accept it. So, what I'm going to ask you, I want to ask you to come and put your fucking legs in the fucking bag. Come put your fucking legs in here, Steven. Head first. Okay? We're going to go head first. Come put your fucking body in here, too.
Not the body, Sean, not the body.
Put your fucking body in here, too, nigga. Yeah, I said it. Nigga. Invitation accepted. I'm Larry.
Oh, man. Damn. Damn.
So, I kind of want to shift the conversation about DEI a little bit away from culture, because I don't know if that's necessarily like a helpful conversation to have. And I really want to talk more about representation. So 1 in 5 Americans currently is Hispanic. This country, like it or not, is not a homogenous country. We are a very diverse country. Mm-hmm. Do you not think that our legislators should be representative of the overall population?
I don't see a way that you can have a quote unquote representative legislature with 435 members of Congress in a country of 340 million people, because you can divvy that up however you want. It's not by race. You can do it by sex. You can do it by gender. You can do it by sexual orientation. How exactly do you decide what is quote unquote the representative group? And also, I don't believe that individuals ought to be represented based on group identity. So, for example, I'm Jewish. Jews are actually overrepresented in Congress. I don't think that we ought to decide exactly how many people in Congress are Jewish based on the Jewish population of the country. I think that's actually a pretty silly way to do representation.
Well, we don't have to do it systematically, but fundamentally, there is an issue with the fact that we are not fully represented. Like, the entire population is not represented. We have never had a black female president. I still have to pay taxes.
God, people are morons, man. Let me slow walk it, man. We got a lot to get into. She looked like even though she's a funny looking young lady, she looked like a lion. I don't know what the fuck she is. She looked like a female lion with a mane. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this broad, man, but whatever, man.
Jews are actually overrepresented in Congress. I don't think that we ought to decide exactly how many people in Congress are Jewish based on the Jewish population of the country. I think that's actually a pretty silly way to do representation.
Well, we don't have to do it systematically, but fundamentally, there is an issue with the fact that we are not fully represented. Like the entire population is not represented.
I mean,
we have
that's not
never
true,
had a
though.
black female president. I still have to pay taxes.
We've never had a
The
Jewish
whole
president. Who
concept is
cares?
no taxation without. We have had a white male president. We've had like
Well,
45 of them.
whether Jews count as white or not has been sort of an object of debate for
You do.
quite a while. We do. Okay.
You do.
So, I mean, it depends according to whom, and that's a pretty recent development. Okay, so
Basically everyone. It's a religion.
Judaism.
Do
is
you
also
not
ethnicity.
agree that you were a white man?
I mean, I think that it depends on the context in which you're discussing it.
So
Meaning
what
that-
are you, Ben? Are you not a white guy?
I mean, I'm a man
Are
of
you-
Jewish ethnicity, which is sometimes grouped with white and sometimes not.
That's a whole man right there, man.
I mean, I'm a man
That's a man.
of Jewish ethnicity, which is sometimes grouped with white and sometimes not. I mean, that's the more accurate way to put it. But when
What
we're
else would you
talking
be
about
grouped with?
with Jews, who are which is an
But it's-
ethnicity, I mean,
so
yeah.
you're not white at all.
I mean, again, it depends who's doing the grouping and how. I've seen Jews grouped with white and Jews grouped with not white. Are we just pretending that doesn't exist? That's a reality. However, as far as your generalized point, which is that we are supposed to identify people by group identity, if we don't have a black female president, somehow black females have not been represented. So Barack Obama was in no way representative of black females because he's not a female.
No,
He's
he
black.
was. He was representative,
So
but
he was
that's
half
the point.
representative. How do you do the math on this and why?
You shouldn't do the math on it completely statistically, but the fact
You shouldn't
is
do the math
there's
on it at all. You should treat
clearly
people as individuals.
underrepresented.
Yo, what was that cartoon with them lions that had the painted lions? They painted the lions. It was like a show back in the day where they painted themselves up as lions. What's the name of that show? It used to come on TV. Somebody help me out. Back in the 80s or something, they painted themselves as lions. And they look like, what is that show it's from the 80s? No. It used to come on TV. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm thinking of Cats. I don't know. Am I thinking of Cats? Am I thinking of Cats? the play? I don't know. I'm thinking of something, man. Yeah, she do look like she could be in Cats, man. That's true, man. She look like she could be in Cats. Yeah, some shit.
Fact
You shouldn't
is
do the math
there's
on it at all. You should treat
clearly
people as individuals.
underrepresented.
You should treat people as individuals.
Well, if you don't even want Kamala Harris to attempt to create DEI initiatives in office, then there isn't even going to be a conversation about it.
I mean, I don't think there ought to be a conversation about why we ought to be represented by race or by sex. I think that we are each individual people with individual ideas. And if that person represents my ideas, I don't care what sex, race, or sexual orientation they are.
I mean, to an extent, yes.
No,
but there
entirely.
is an issue with the lack of empathy in office. We need to be able to empathize and legislate for the people.
And liberals say that, and they're the least empathetic people out there. Remember this about liberals. Whatever they accuse you of, they're doing. Liberals are the least empathetic people on the planet. They start the most wars. They abort the most babies. They create the most crime. These people they create the most child abuse. Children are not safe in liberal areas. Drag queen story hour, whatever the fuck.
That are living in this country.
I was not
Do you
aware.
not believe that?
I was not aware that empathy is relegated to particular race solidarity.
No, but I mean, it's easier to be empathetic towards people whose experiences you can fundamentally understand.
And that right there shows you a problem. If you can only be empathetic to somebody who looks like, and then listen, how do you explain black people? Black people are not empathetic towards each other. What are you talking about, man? The fuck is she talking about? This woman's a loser, man. She's an idiot. She sounds smart, but she's a moron.
Based on your identity. Like, do you not believe that people have an inherent bias?
So first of all, I'm
based
not
on
sure.
identity?
I mean, we can start with the empathy itself. I'm not sure that empathy is always the best basis for actual public policy, because when you have group solidarity and empathy based on group solidarity, you're going to attempt to actually benefit the group with whom you have solidarity. So that actually cuts against
But
generalized
that's like a
public
fundamental
policy.
thing that just exists, which is why we need representation in government.
Jesus Christ. You people are freaking annoying, man.
But yeah, like a jack.
Gee, you people are annoying as shit. Yeesh. Damn, this costs $175? No way. Wow. No way. This is the shit my wife buy. She buy all these three. I don't know about this one. These three, my wife get these. These three, I don't know. I don't know these three brands. Oh, they done broke out Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, TP, are you with me? Oh yeah, we hold the court, we ain't going nowhere. TP, are you with me?
And when I was coming here to Georgia, I was looking for inspiration, and there was this show called Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. And there was a man on there that I really admired, I looked up to. He had a helicopter, and his name was on hotels all over the place. He was, hold on just a second, let me get through this so you hear what I'm saying. Young black men admired him because his name was in rap lyrics. So when I first started making a little money, the first thing I did was checked into the Trump Hotel because I wanted to feel that specialness. But then I started to do my research. Research is important. Truth is important. Facts are important. I found out about a discrimination lawsuit against he and his father because they didn't want people like me in their building.
Where's that? Put it online. Put that lawsuit online. Post that lawsuit online. Press 1 if you've ever seen one of these people post that lawsuit online. Post the particulars, the details of that lawsuit. Press 1 if you've ever seen one of these Democrats posting that online. Because I want to see that lawsuit. I want to see the particulars. I want to read it. I want to read it. Because we've been hearing about this for almost 10 years now. When we going to see that lawsuit, man? When we get to see that lawsuit, and everybody press the like button right now. Where's this lawsuit, man? Salute to Pamela Henderson, man. Where's this lawsuit at, man? Everyone hit the like button, man. It's cracking, man. It's up. You heard me? Tonight it's up. I ain't playing with these folks tonight, man. It's cracking tonight. Where that lawsuit at, Tyler Perry? TP? Where that lawsuit at, man? Oh, yeah. We holding court. We ain't going nowhere. Show me where that lawsuit at, TP. Where that lawsuit at? By now, 10 years after they started bringing this up, everybody should know the people's names, the plaintiffs' names. We should know what county court it was in, the judge, the particulars, what the address of the building. We don't know nothing. We don't have no evidence of this court case. And I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, because my stepfather owned many properties in Washington, D.C. And he was always in housing court with black women who didn't want to pay their rent.
Against he and his father because they didn't want people like me in their building. I found out about him taking a full-page ad out on young black men.
You talking about the why you lying, bro? Why you just gonna sit here and lie though? That's crazy. He gonna sit here and lie, but you know, technically, he not lying. Technically, he ain't lying, man. If you want to be technical, man. But he never mentioned your favorite people, he never mentioned your he never mentioned your Central Park 5 brethren, man. In the whole thing, man. Let's see. Let me see this. Let me see this. This full page ad that they say was for the Central Park 5, man. Bring back the death penalty. Let me see if I can pull this up, man. So we can read this. See this right here. We can read this. We got this right here. We got this one right here, man. Tyler Perry, you goddamn liar. You a fucking liar. We got this one, man. Everybody smash that like button, man. If you ain't hit that like button, man. If you ain't hit that like button, man, I don't know what's wrong with you, man. Smash that like button, man. We going hard tonight, man. We crashing out, man. We crashing out on Democrats tonight, man. Hit the like button, take the $5 challenge, support the channel, man. PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. We crashing out tonight, man. Bring back our police. This is Donald Trump, man. His full page ad. Bring back the death penalty. Bring back our police. Stop me when you hear him mention the Central Park 5. Because I want you to remember, this is the time when New York was averaging 2,000 murders a year. 2,000 murders a year. And the Central Park 5 were not charged with a murder. So they weren't even responsible for one of these murders. But the city averaged 2,000 murders a year for like a 10-year stretch. And this is like the middle of that 10-year stretch. And Donald Trump spoke out about it because he got tired of seeing young black men dying in the streets every day. Let's read it. What has happened to our city over the past 10 years? What has happened to law and order, to the neighborhood cop we all trusted to safeguard our homes and families? The cop who had the power to, under the law, to help us in times of danger, keep us safe from those who would prey on innocent lives to fulfill some distorted inner need. What has happened to the respect for authority, the fear of retribution by the courts, society, and the police for those who break the law, who wantonly trespass on the rights of others? What has happened is the complete breakdown of life as we knew it. Many New York families, white, black, Hispanic, and Asian, have had to give up the pleasure of a leisurely stroll in the park at dusk. Okay, I guess that's what they talking about. He said you can't stroll in the park at dusk. The Saturday night visit to the playground with their families, the bike ride at dawn, or just sitting on their stoops, giving them up as hostages to a world ruled by the law of the streets, as roving bands of wild criminals. Okay, so I guess they bad about that because the hit dogs is hollering, man. Shout out to Michael, man, coming through on the Cash App. Shout out to you. So they saying So I guess when he said strolling through you can't stroll through the park no more, and he said roving bands of criminals, but the Central Park Five were not the only roving band of criminals. You average 2,000 murders a year in New York City every year. So how could they be the only group? How do you know he's talking about them? Hit dogs hollering, man. Press 1. He said, as roving bands of wild criminals roam our neighborhoods, dispensing their own vicious brand of twisted hatred on whomever they encounter, at what point did we cross the line from the fine and noble pursuit of genuine civil liberties to the reckless and dangerously permissive atmosphere which allows criminals of every age to beat and rape a helpless woman and then laugh at her family's anguish? This is just hit dogs hollering, man. He never mentioned the Central Park Five. He's just talking about stuff that happened every day in New York, man. 2,000 murders a year in one city for 10 years. And why do they laugh? They laugh because they know that soon, very soon, they will be returned to the streets to rape and maim and kill once again, and yet face no great personal risk to themselves. Mayor Koch has stated that hate and rancor should be removed from our hearts. I do not think so. I want to hate these muggers and murderers. They should be forced to suffer. When they kill, they should be executed for their crimes. So that's what they're saying. He called for the death of the Central Park Five. They're saying that is him calling for the death of the Central Park Five. When he said, Mayor Koch has stated that hate and rancor should be removed from our hearts. I do not think so. I want to hate these muggers and murderers. They should be forced to suffer. When they kill, they should be executed for their crimes. They must serve as examples so that others will think long and hard before committing a crime or an act of violence. Yes, Mayor Koch, I want to hate these murderers, and I always will. I am not looking to psychoanalyze or understand them. I'm looking to punish them. If the punishment is strong, the attacks on innocent people will stop. I recently watched a newscast trying to explain the anger in these young men. I no longer want to understand their anger. I want them to understand our anger. Damn, Trump cooking, man. I want them to be afraid. How can our great society tolerate and continued brutalization of its citizens by crazed misfits? Criminals must be told that their civil liberties end when an attack on our safety begins. This sounds like Joe Biden, man, crime bill, don't it? Don't this sound like Joe Biden's speech on the Senate floor for his crime bill? Shout out to John, man. John coming through, man. Shout out to you. How can our great society tolerate and continue brutalization of its citizens by crazed misfits? Criminals must be told that their civil liberties end when the attacks on our safety begin. When I was young, I sat in a diner with my father and witnessed two young bullies cursing and threatening a very frightened waitress. Two cops rushed in, lifted up the thugs, and threw them out the door, warning them never to cause trouble again. I miss the feeling of security New York's finest once gave to the citizens of the city. Let our politicians give back our police department's power to keep us safe. Unshackle them from the constant chant of police brutality, which every petty criminal hurls immediately at an officer who has just risked his or her life to save another's. We must cease our continuous pandering to the criminal population of the city. Give New York back to the citizens who have earned the right to be New Yorkers. Send a message loud and clear to those who would murder our citizens and terrorize New York. Bring back the death penalty. Bring back our police. Donald Trump. What do y'all think about that, man? Y'all have a problem with that? Who has a problem with that, man? Press 1 if you got a problem with that, man. In 1989, he took out a full-page ad to say that, man. Black folk mad about that, man. Black people mad about this, man. Still to this day. 40 years later, black people still crying about this. Wow. Whew. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't you worry. Be happy now. Do, 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 do. Don't worry. Do, 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 do. Be happy. Do, 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 do. Don't worry. Be happy now. Let's see what Tyler Perry talking about, man. Let's get the rest of Tyler Perry, man.
I found out about a discrimination lawsuit against he and his father because they didn't want people like me in their building. I found out about him taking a full-page ad out on young black men in the New York Times. I found out about the birther lie. We all heard it, saying that Barack Obama was not born in this country. There are undertones there and there are echoes there that we all had to pay attention to. So
sir, I wasn't born in this country. I don't understand the undertone of that, man. I wasn't born in this country, sir. What's the undertone, man? What's the undertone of that, man? What's the undertone of that? Or y'all just pulling a race card on everything. If you was born in this country, you're not, man.
I watched him when he won the presidency. I watched him say that there were good people on both sides when neo-Nazis were screaming Jew.
Yeah. They regurgitating lies, man. Already debunked lies, man. I was in Charlottesville, man. That day, man. I was in Charlottesville. That was feet away from when all that shit happened, man. And all of the car crash and all that shit. I was feet away, man. I was right there, man. I'm in the documentary, man. I was there, Tyler. I was there, buddy. You was a goddamn liar, man. You a big, tall, sweet liar, man. You a big sugary liar, man. Why you lying so much, man? Why this dude lie so much, man? God, dog, they just some lies. He lying. God, dog.
When neo-Nazis were screaming, Jews will not replace us. I watched him from the Central Park 5 to Project 2025. And what I realized is that in this Donald Trump America, there is no dream that looks like me.
But here you are, right? He already was president, man. How many movies you made during his last presidency? You made like 20 movies. You had that show Sisters. That show Sisters blew up during the last Trump presidency, man. Let me see, hold on, man. Let me see something, man. He said with Trump is no dream that looked like him with Trump, man. You know, Trump's here, man. When Trump's around, man, Tyler Perry he can't flourish, man. Tyler Perry can't flourish when Trump is around, man. Let me see. Let's see how he did during Trump's presidency, man. I know he had to do something, man. It wasn't that bad during Donald Trump's presidency. Wow, look at this, man. You ain't gonna believe this, y'all. That boy was getting it in during Trump's first presidency. He just told another lie, man. He was getting it cracking, man. This show, Sisters, this one of the most popular shows on TV, Sisters. That started during Trump's presidency in 2019, man. Damn, man. And this show, bruh, that started in 2020 during Trump's presidency, man. The Oval. He started that in 2019 during Trump's presidency. Hey, bro, you was killing it during Trump's presidency, man. House of Pain, man. That show was cracking from 2006 to 2022. Straight through Trump's presidency, man. Dang, man. You was getting it cracking during Trump's presidency, man. Why you sitting up there telling people why you telling people that, man? This dude is a liar, man. He had it cracking during Trump's presidency, man. And that's just the TV shows. That ain't even the movies, man. I ain't even getting to the movies, man. Homie had it cracking during Trump's presidency, man. What you talking about, Tyler? You was getting it, man, during Trump's presidency, man.
I realize is that in this Donald Trump America, there is no dream that looks like me. We want a president who believes that this American dream is for everyone. And that president is Kamala Harris. And when I was coming here to Georgia,
this nigga had it cracking, yo. He was eating during Trump's first presidency, man. Why Barack always got his sleeves rolled up, man?
Kamala Harris is ready for the job. This is a leader who has spent her life fighting on behalf of people who need a voice, who need a champion. Kamala wasn't born into privilege. She was raised in a middle-class family.
Yeah, with two parents that were PhD professors, man. Two parents who had PhDs, man, and were professors, man. Poor Kamala, man. God damn, man. That damn Kamala, man.
She worked at McDonald's when she was in college to pay her expenses. She didn't pretend to work at McDonald's when it was closed for a photo op. She actually cares what people are going through because she's seen it in her own family, in her own life. As a prosecutor, Kamala stood up for children who'd been victims of sexual abuse. As Attorney General of California, fought the big banks and for-profit colleges, secured billions of dollars for people after they'd been scammed. After the home mortgage crisis, Kamala pushed me and my administration hard to make sure homeowners got a fair settlement.
Man, I would vote for Barack again before I vote for Kamala, man. He better at this than she is, man. You showing her up, man. Kamala, man, you need to stop having this dude campaign for you, man. He's showing you up. You gotta come in behind this dude to speak, man. She gotta follow this guy, man. That make her look even worse, man. She already sucks, but then she gotta follow this guy. Shit, man.
It didn't matter that I was a Democrat, that she had knocked on doors for my campaign in Iowa. She was not going to let anybody stop her from winning as much relief as possible for families who deserved it. So the point I'm making, if you elect Kamala Harris, she will not be focused on her problems, her ego, her money. She's going to be focused on you. She's going to be focused on you.
Yeah, man.
Kamala Harris is ready for the.
Yeah, man. That's why you got all them votes, man. She sucks though, bro. Sorry, man. She's dreadful, man. She's dreadful. She's so bad, it's not even funny, man. Uh-oh, Stephen A, man. Stephen A.
Number two, I know you're not talking about somebody being lucid and cogent and enunciating their thoughts with clarity, and you're bragging about Donald Trump. We can't be watching the same stuff if that's what you're doing. You ain't gonna do that today.
Oh, so they trying to float this shit that Trump isn't lucid. Stephen A. Smith, man. So now Trump is Biden. They committing ageism, man. This is ageism, y'all. Don't y'all got a soul, man? You talking about our seniors, man. Ageism.
You know now, what? Lindsey Graham, hold it. Now, Senator Lindsey Graham is about to come on this show.
Let me tell you something.
That man can articulate himself very well. Not Donald Trump now.
I have sat with him for hour after hour after hour, topic after topic after topic, and he is so dialed in. Look, you know, it's funny. People try. This is like the latest argument. And meanwhile.
He can't, Stephen A. He can't even tell you what he talking about. Stephen A. That's just a Democratic talking point, man. He don't even know what the fuck he talking. All right, when did he not sound lucid, Stephen A.? What press conference? What press conference, Stephen A.? Stephen A. something else, man. Stephen A. giving that goddamn. Uh-oh. Chaz Bono, man. We got Chaz Bono here, man.
Wow, okay, we're going to take this chair. Look at that.
Hey, Ben.
Like a bro, my friend. All right.
How's it going?
Let's break open
first question, can men get pregnant?
Men cannot get pregnant.
Okay, awesome. So
definitionally.
Okay. Do men experience SA? Sexual assault?
Sure.
Got it. What about the existence of trans men?
What about the existence? Do you mean women who believe that they are men? What are we talking about here?
Yo, that's a man too. Oh shit. Yeah, you can see the man, that big ass head, man, that big ass jaw. All that damn makeup on, that brow ridge, that big caveman brow ridge. Geico, look like you belong in a Geico commercial, man. That big ass chrome cranium, man. Yeah, man, you a man too, man. Look at all that. Like, we talking about you. Chaz Bono and what's his face, Ben whatever the fuck is talking about you, man.
What about the existence? Do you mean women who believe that they are men? What are we talking about here? Women experiencing gender dysphoria?
So my other question is, do you benefit from white supremacy in any way, shape, or form?
I know I do. I be running around the jungle with a bone through my nose. Chasing a goddamn lemur up a tree and shit, man. I be chasing a monkey with a rock, and a goddamn lion will be chasing me. We be chasing each other. I be running from the lion and chasing the monkey, and the lion will be running from the hyena. We just be. Hell yeah, I benefit from white supremacy. Shit. I don't live in a hut. You see this, it ain't much, but it ain't a hut. It ain't a mud hut. Shit. I benefit from white supremacy, motherfucker. What you talking about? Man, everybody hit that like button. Smash that like button. Smash it, man. Smash that like button for me, man. We getting it cracking tonight, man. These goddamn liberals. Look at him. Look at Chaz Bono. Old soft face. Even trying to be a man, you can't even be a man right. You like a soft ass dude, man. Sitting with your ass out. You still want to sit with your ass out because you see it's that woman inside of you is crying to sit with your ass out.
Yeah. So my other question is, do you benefit from white supremacy in any way, shape, or form?
I'm going to need more specifics on what you mean by white
Well, here,
supremacy.
let me give it to you then.
Sure, please.
So I'm a transgender man.
Okay.
I've experienced SA.
Okay.
And abortion rights.
Why you giving Ben all this shit, man? Ben ain't do nothing to you, man. You better go get an attitude to whoever SA'd you, man. Running up on Ben like he did that shit. What the fuck wrong with this dude? Ben ain't do shit to you, man. Giving him a bunch of attitude about shit that happened to you. Cause he white. You white too, motherfucker. You a man too, right? You a white man too.
What you mean by white
Well, here, let me
supremacy.
give it to you then.
Sure, please.
So I'm a transgender man.
Okay.
I've experienced SA.
Okay.
And abortion rights affect me directly. So if we're talking about the American dream that you live.
And look at this corny ass black girl. Always some black woman snickering. And how many times we seen some black woman snickering and making faces and shit back there, man? Salute to 45 Revolve. He said, what up with Op Nation election coverage 2024? I'll be traveling. So I'm gonna be in Detroit. So Detroit, I'm gonna be in Detroit that night, man. Election night, man. So I don't know if hopefully I can do something. Hopefully they got some place where I can go live, man. That'll be nice, man. I'm not staying at Airbnb. I'm staying in a hotel when I'm in Detroit. So yeah, man. Hopefully, man, I can do something that night, man. If not, go live. Just follow me on Twitter, man. All you guys follow me on Twitter, man. All you guys gotta follow my Twitter. I may be what you call it? Tweeting that night, man. Everybody follow me on Twitter, man. Here's my Twitter handle. Let me put my Twitter handle in the comment section, man. This is my Twitter handle. Everybody go follow me on Twitter right now, man. Cause I'm gonna be traveling that week, man. I'm gonna be in Detroit. So I'm gonna need all you guys to follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna be tweeting election coverage, man.
SA.
Okay.
And abortion rights affect me directly. So if we're talking about the American dream that you live,
So
why don't I have access to that? Because there's no legislation, in the history of America that legislates a man's body. So why does mine have to be legislated? I've got a vagina.
Dude, you're weird. Dude, man. You're so fucking crazy and weird. Yo, what's this guy? Yo, listen to what you just said, homie. Salute to Charlamagne. He says, your unfinished basement actually looks like a mud, bro. Yeah, man. Coming to you live from Africa, man. This is Listen to what this dude just said, man. This is crazy, man. Back in the 80s, you'd have been able to laugh him out the room, man. In the 80s, you looking at Ben. Look, Ben didn't do it, man. Listen to what he said, man. This is the craziest shit ever, man.
So I'm a transgender man.
Okay.
I've experienced SA.
Okay.
And abortion rights affect me directly. So if we're talking about the American dream that you live, why don't I have access to that? Because there's no legislation, in the history of America that legislates a man's body. So why does mine have to be legislated? I've got a vagina.
I'm not interested in what your genitalia are.
Clearly you are. I mean, it's all over everything you make, buddy.
Listen, I don't know. I can't speak for Ben, but man, my stomach gets queasy thinking about your genitalia, man. I can't eat right now, man, thinking about your genitalia, man. Your shit your shit makes me queasy, man.
I'm sorry. I hate to say it to you, but
I think you can read on my face that I radically am not. I think you can read on my face that I radically am not. When we're talking about abortion,
no, I don't. I mean, you can present it here, but in most of the content that you have, you attack my community constantly. And you don't even realize guys like me exist who actually share a lot of similarities to you. And
I bet he can still kick your ass. I bet Big can still kick your ass, man. You still a chick, man. He can still kick your ass.
Everything, because I'm a married man of 20 years.
I recognize that you exist. I disagree with your claim that you are a male. Wow, okay, we're going to take this chair.
Everybody hit that like button, man. Let's try to get 200 likes. Come on, guys. Smash that like button, man. Smash that like button, guys. We done gave you Trump full page ad, man. You on fire tonight, man. Shout out to Guy Ninja, man. Guy Ninja in the building, man. Guy Ninja. Let's see if we can get let's see if we can get 200 likes in the building, man. Smash that like button, man. Here's a little. Let's see. Where we at? Let me see where we at on this like thing, man. Oh yeah, we need 67 more likes to get to 200, man. 67 likes to get to 200. Let's start with you if you haven't hit the like button. Hit the like button right now.
Right now, we're talking about border security, and there's no Democrat talking about pathway to citizenship, and immigration relief, and the benefits that migrants bring to this country.
Oh, but there's no question that migrants bring. America is a country that was built in part by immigrants.
But people are concerned about their TPS, their DACA, we're talking about mass deportations.
I'm not talking about.
What do you stand on mass deportations? What's your stand there?
We need smart, humane immigration policy in America that includes a pathway to citizenship.
Right now, we're talking about
a pathway to citizenship. Wow.
but I just called him. I needed that spiritual kind of connection. I needed that advice. I needed a prayer. And there's a part of the scripture that talks about Esther and a time such as this, and that's what we talked about. And it was very comforting for me. And do
you pray every day?
I do pray every day. I do pray every day, sometimes twice a day. I grew up. So we grew up a little neighborhood church in Oakland, 23rd Avenue Church of God, and I was raised to believe in a loving God, to believe that your faith is a verb. You know, you live your faith, and that the way that one should do that is that your work and your life's work should be to think about how you can serve in a way that is uplifting other people, that is about caring for other people. And that guides a lot of how I think about my work and what is important. But I just called him. I needed. So I may not be quick to have the answer as soon as you ask it about a specific policy issue sometimes, because I'm going to want to research it. I'm going to want to study it. I'm kind of a nerd sometimes, I confess. So I may not be.
Jesus Christ. Yikes.
Detroit. Fucking sellout. Eminem, I can't stand your ass, bro. You know, I was a huge fan. Yo, check this out, y'all. I've been a huge fan of Eminem for a long time. Not recently, because your music is trash. Now I can openly say that now. I was gonna let you slide, but I'm not. See, everybody's scared of you in the industry. You know, me being a rapper, and everybody else should be scared, but I'm not scared of your little punk ass, but I can't be scared of no liberal. I'm never gonna be scared of y'all. I know this may not affect like 90% of my fan base, because y'all don't listen to Eminem. Y'all probably never grew up listening to Eminem, and all of you guys are older than me. So y'all don't understand. But I grew up in the hip hop scene, hence why I'm in MAGA, and hence why I'm also a regular artist. So this affects me a lot. I grew up listening to this dude literally my whole life. Like, he's even in my cadence. Like, everybody wants to be Eminem in their bars sometimes. It's like seeing Kobe Bryant just, I don't even think I've seen Kobe be a sellout like this, bro. This is wild. Where's your ball sack, Em? Here's what I don't understand. This puzzles me, and I need somebody in the comments to just help me understand something. Why are you people voting for a party that has already showed you their hand? They already did you dirty. That's like getting your friend back that stole from you. Bitch, you steal from me once, I'm whooping your ass and we're not friends no more. Like, what is this? What are y'all doing? I don't want to believe that this is just because y'all hate Trump. I don't want to believe this. Like, I don't know if it's a trend. I don't know what it is. Is it trendy to be stupid? Like, what is it? What is it for real? Is this really just off of Trump, just hating Trump? Is this, I don't understand. Let's try to simplify things. Like, I try my best to preach the truth without a divisive type of conversation, because I don't want to divide anything, because it's literally us versus them. There ain't no sides, y'all. The only side it is us versus them, bro. Seriously. I'm talking about the deep state, the people you don't see, the ones that don't got a social security number, the ones that rule the world, bro. Like, it's us versus them, whether you want to realize it or not. It is what it is. But let's just simplify it real quick.
He slapped that kid. I'd have knocked that kid's teeth out, man. That kid would have been asleep. Where you at, Charlamagne, man? Where you at, Charlamagne? Charlamagne. Everybody hit the like button, man. We cracking on Charlamagne, man. We going in on Charlamagne, man. Charlamagne God, man. Salute to Jake Best, man. He says, for one panel on our Huddle Mud. Yeah, man. Help me rebuild my hut, man. My native dwelling, man. This is DNA expressing itself, man. He said, I'd sign it if possible, like in those rich glider bars. Let's see Charlamagne, man. This right here was so dumb. This is the stupidest shit I ever seen in my life. But it's a new Democratic talking point. Peep the new Democrat talking point. Peep the new talking points. They done rolled out a fresh set of talking points now, y'all. Everybody hit that like button, man. Smash that like button. Democrats done rolled out a fresh set of talking points, man. Everyone smash that like button. Let me see how many likes we got. Oh, man. We need 46, man. Everybody just 46 right quick. Everybody hit the like button, man. Let's get these 46 out the way right quick, man. Let's get these 46 likes out the way, man. Everybody hit the like button right now, man. Let's get these 46 likes out the way, man. All I need is a couple of you guys to smash that, man. It ain't that hard. Smash that like button. Let me see how many we got now, man. We up to... Okay, so we need 33, man. We need 33 more likes, man. Just go ahead and knock these 33 out real quick, man. If you have not hit the like button, hit it right now, man. We're trying to get these 33 likes out the way so we can go ahead and bring the panel up, man. Yeah. Smash that like. All right, we coming. They coming in. The likes is coming in. I think we should be closer now, man. We should be way closer now. Let's see how many we got. Okay, we need 26. 26 more likes, man. Come on, guys. 26 more likes. That's very simple, man. Just pound the like button. Pound it. Pound the like button. All right, let's go Charlamagne, man.
Apparently Trump's is going to tape a thing with Joe Rogan. Do you think she should do that?
I think that she should keep calling Donald Trump a fascist. And I think that Americans need to keep looking at the rhetoric of Donald Trump, because I don't know why we're even thinking about electing somebody who's talking about putting people in camps. I don't know why we're...
Okay, so when did he say that? Show where's the Kamala Harris campaign ad with him talking about putting people in camps? Because that's a campaign ad. That's a campaign ad. Where is it? Show us the footage. Yeah. CNN, y'all supposed to have that footage ready, man. As soon as he said that, you should have cut away to the footage of Trump saying he's going to put people in camps, man. We need these sound bites to correspond with the things Charlamagne is saying. Because the lying is getting annoying, man. The unchecked lying. They get the lie unchecked. No one ever checks them. Look, conservatives never check them. Conservatives just stay silent. No matter what they say about Donald Trump, conservatives just don't even respond to it. And they just keep talking about something else. Show us that clip where he said he's going to lock people up in camp. Show us that clip. Show it to us. I want to see it, man.
Should do that.
I think that she should keep calling Donald Trump a fascist. And I think that Americans need to keep looking at the rhetoric of Donald Trump, because I don't know why we're even thinking about electing somebody who's talking about putting people in camps. I don't know why why we want to elect somebody who's talking about mass deportation. I don't know why we're having this conversation about somebody who wants to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. Aren't we supposed to be a patriotic country? Whenever somebody like Colin Kaepernick takes a knee in this country, everybody talks about, oh, that's so unpatriotic. But a guy can say he wants to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election and nobody cares.
When did Donald Trump say he's going to terminate the Constitution? Show us that footage, Charlamagne. Post it to your email. Post it to your Twitter. We'll talk about it on your show, man. Where's this footage of him saying? Where's this footage of Donald Trump saying he's going to terminate the Constitution and he's going to sick the FBI on people? Where is it? Huh?
Yeah. Like even me bringing it up now, you brought it back to Kamala and Joe Rogan. Anderson.
Yeah.
Who gives a damn?
Well, I mean, I think you give damn who's elected president, and
yeah,
I'm asking
that
you.
president is a fascist. That's talking about putting people in camps. That's talking about, once again, terminating the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. That's talking about, jailing his political opponents like that.
Cut away to the footage of that. Cut away to the footage. Quick, man. Just cut away to the footage of him saying these things.
Rhetoric doesn't scare people.
We talk about this every single. This is what
I don't think
I've been
y'all
talking about
it
this
enough.
every night.
I don't think y'all have enough conversations about it. I feel like I heard more on this network about is Kamala Harris black than I do about Donald Trump.
Well, that's actually true though. That's a true concern, man. Is she black, man? I personally don't think she is, man. And I don't think anybody thinks that she's black. I think even the people that say they think she's black, they don't really say that. They're just saying that because for political reasons.
Being a fascist.
Well,
am I wrong, Angela?
Honestly, that's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I like that.
That's no,
Go
that
ahead,
is
Anderson.
no. I'm not. Look, I'm a huge fan of yours.
Okay.
But to say that we're sitting around discussing is Kamala Harris black, like
I've seen that. I've seen those
that's
roundtable
definitely
discussions a lot. Now
That's
that's
true.
bullshit, Anderson. For you to say that y'all don't.
Not on CNN, dude. On CNN, you I think you got the wrong station, man. I think you talking about it. YouTube, man. You got CNN confused with YouTube, man. Or the Candace News Network, man. CNN don't stand for the Candace News Network. I never heard him talking about is Kamala black, man. These are all talking points, man. It's all bullshit. Try to scare people off, man.
Wrong, Angela?
Honestly, that's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I like that.
That's no,
Go
that
ahead,
is
Anderson.
no. I'm not. Look, I'm a huge fan of yours.
Okay.
But to say that we're sitting around discussing is Kamala Harris black, like
Oh,
I mean,
I've seen that. I've seen those
that's
roundtable
definitely
discussions
on.
a lot. Now
That's
that's
true.
bullshit, Anderson. For you to say that y'all don't have those conversations.
I've never asked somebody is.
Oh, I'm not saying
Kamala
you.
Harris
I said the
Not you.
network.
He said the network. He
I
did
don't
say
think
the
anyone
network.
on. I don't think any anchor on this network has been going around saying, "Is she black?"
Y'all have never
It's
had a.
definitely. It's definitely
we have
been.
had. Look, I'm sure we have had. You know.
This is the new talking point, man. This is the new talking point. Not talking enough about how Trump is a fascist. We got to talk more about Trump as a fascist. Because all y'all do is talk about whether Kamala Harris is black or not. Gaslighting the hell out of CNN, man. Y'all gaslighting CNN now? Jeez. That's all they do is gaslight people, man. Who's the Jake Best, man? My man Steven Roberts says 200 live viewers, 200 likes. We do a 1-1 and 1-to-1 in this community. If that's the case, Jake Roberts, we need 224 likes, man. Everybody continue to hit the like button. What Jake said, man. What Jake said, man. What Steven said. Shout out to Steven, man. Steven, what Steven said, man. What Steven said. Salute to Steven, man. This was embarrassing to gaslight Anderson Cooper like that. He got to eat that shit. They never ask hard questions about Kamala, man. They kiss Kamala's butt. They treat Kamala like she's a fucking 4-year-old, man. They literally treat Kamala like she's a 4-year-old. They help her put her clothes on. They cut her food up into small little bites and she can eat it easily, man. They read her bedtime stories. And this fool gonna get on here and be like, all they do is talk about whether she black or not. Jeez, man.
He said the network. He
I
did
don't
say
think
the
anyone
network.
on. I don't think any anchor on this network has been going around saying, "Is she black?"
Y'all have never had a.
Definitely. It's definitely
we have
been.
had. Look, I'm sure we have had, nutty people or people who have strongly held beliefs who I may disagree with, who somewhere on some panel have said something, but I will just speak up for what I do on the show. I do believe it's important to get people different viewpoints as long as they're willing to have a legitimate conversation. What I don't like are surrogates who come out and just spout talking points that they don't even believe, and those are people I tried to eliminate from having ever on the air again.
I think no network has honest conversations about Donald Trump. Nobody's had honest conversations about Donald Trump since 2016. I saw last night they were talking about, the double standard that exists between Donald Trump and the vice president, but it's always a double standard with Trump, whether it's with Hillary, whether it's, against Biden, now with Kamala. We talk about him being a threat to democracy, but we don't treat him like one.
He tried to kill him twice. His name is mud in the mouth of every reporter out there. Ugh.
I don't know what you've been watching, but I don't know of any Trump supporters out there or people who like him who are tuning in to me every night to try to get, to be validated in their opinions. I don't know. I don't know. I disagree.
I don't think it's about validating. What you mean, validating the Trump?
Well, you're saying that we're not, that I guess you're saying I'm not discussing all the things he is saying and doing and pointing it out and talking to, what John Kelly,
Wow. Straight up gaslit CNN.
Apparently Trump's going on is going to.
I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me.
Listen, you got to come see us when you come to New York, VP Biden.
I will.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community. I would love to see.
Take a look at my record, man. I extended the voting rights 25 years. I have a record that is second to none. The NAACP has endorsed me every time I've run. The world, I mean, come on. Take a look at the record.
Listen, you got to come see us when you come.
That's right, Joe Beasy, man. You tell him, man. You tell him, man. Don't let Charlamagne gaslight you like he did, what's your face? Charlamagne the God. Jeez. The gaslighting is official, man. The way they gaslight people is just insane. Salute to David DeHart, man. He says, all them bootlickers were hanging with Diddy. Blackmail. Yeah. No, Charlamagne went to a Diddy party. I don't know what he did there, but I know he went to a Diddy party. Diddy been on that show? You think Diddy, he been on the Breakfast Club several times. You think he ain't invite them to a party? You ain't think they didn't want to go? I'm gonna sleep good tonight, I ain't gonna lie. Two weeks away, election day, man. Let me see what we got here. Let me drop the link, man. Let me drop the link. Let me drop the link. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. Oh, man. Charlamagne, man, the idiot, man, the fraud. Wow. Oh, link in the description box. If you want to come up, man, support the channel. You can also support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat. Salute to David DeHart. All the bootlickers were hanging with Diddy. Blackmail. Andy Armour says, pledge. All men are males, but not all males are men. So true, man. So true. So true, man. So true. Let me he said I was about to go to sleep again, man. Let's see. Holmes County. Let's see, Holmes County, man. So there was a mass shooting, man. 3 individuals, including 25-year-old Martell Gibson and 19-year-old Chandra Chestnut and John Jenkins, have lost their lives in a mass shooting Wow. On the trail ride. On a trail ride. Damn, you can't take niggas nowhere, man. You can't have shit with niggas, man. Trail ride. They shoot you on a trail ride. Like, god damn, man. Jeez. Let's get into it, man. Let me switch over. What's up, man? What's happening, man?
What up, Bob?
It's cracking.
Man, ain't nothing. Just looking at the world, looking at these Democrats cry like bitches. It'd be funny.
Yeah.
It'd be funny.
Yeah, man. It's
Yeah,
sad, man.
I mean, it's sad, but what's even sadder is, I work with probably about 90% Sun people, 90%, I say 80%, 85% Sun women, maybe about 10% Sun man. Boy, but everybody out there, they're on that pro Kamala shit. And I let them, and it's like I'm a little bit, I'm like red pilled, so it's like I know what I'm talking about, but I also kind of want to see where everybody else is talking.
Right.
I do know that they listen to local radio every day. They're listening to, out here in Houston, we got 97.9 The Box. So, every hour, they're probably playing Sexy Red, Glorilla. They play, I'm talking about two songs an hour. So it's like they're guaranteed. Yeah. I don't even listen to, maybe it's Megan Sally. I wouldn't know her.
Cardi B. So the women are killing it. The raunchy, lewd, crass women are killing it right now.
Right. But when they go to commercial and they start talking, then they're steady feeding them. A lot of men need to step up because they're intimidated by women. And right now we got our first Black woman president. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, this is why they're pro Kamala.
Yeah.
I already heard about Soros buying up about 210 radio stations.
Mm.
So it's not going to stop.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean,
News at 10,
I
I'm
still
Jeremy.
find it funny. I usually just I step out of the door every day, making sure that I keep my mouth shut, not to say anything crazy. But once they open up that door, I'm gonna have to break them down with facts. And it doesn't matter, man or woman. Well, the women tend to listen to whatever I'm saying. They just want me to shit on Trump a little bit. Which is easy to do because there's things that Trump got that I don't agree with.
Yo, it was crack. It was fucking cracking, yo.
What's happening?
Yo, I love how Biden talked to these niggas, man. I love how with Trump, he gotta like explain shit from the 1980s. With Biden, he like, look, if you don't know who to vote for, your ass ain't black, nigga. Talking gangster to you niggas, dog. Love that shit.
Yeah, man. Fact. Superside Dizzy says conspiracy theory. Kamala wears the same earrings since the debate till now. I can't stop noticing. I think those are those microphone earrings that like you can, so they can send her notes through her ear. But they did a shabby job of disguising it. Kamala, man, yeah, she's those earrings or something. Those people keep talking about those earrings she wearing, man. Earrings and fucking walkie-talkies, man, or some shit like that, or some shit she getting information. She's horrible. She's a bird brain bitch. Let's get to this. Main event, man. One of the main events, man.
Welcome to 12 News at 10. I'm Jeremy Harrell. We begin in Holmes County, where the Sheriff's Department is currently investigating a deadly shooting that took place at a gathering that left 3 people dead and multiple others injured. And 12 News' Alicia Banks is live outside of UMMC, where the injured victims were airlifted Friday. Delisha.
Jeremy, the Holmes County community is searching for answers after a trail ride event turned deadly Friday night. On North Highway 17, about 5 miles outside of Lexington, you can see Bafumpa Creek Nation Field. This location is where many gathered for a trail ride after a Holmes County school homecoming game. Holmes County Sheriff Willie March says all was well before an argument began amongst some men. Then multiple shots were fired. The Holmes County Sheriff's Department got the call around midnight.
We still trying to determine what caused the altercation. Trail ride, because at the school there was the ball game, there was no problem whatsoever.
Sheriff March says the gun used to open fire may have been a 9mm with a switch on it. Owner of Bafumpa Creek Nation says he opened the space for the trail ride from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. He says 2 of his sons were at the trail ride during the shooting, and one of his nephews got shot in the face while sleeping in a parked van.
And at 11:30, I said to my wife, I said, well, just about got over, just about finished. And about that time, that's when I heard those automatic weapons going off. Like I told you, I'm a Vietnam vet, and I knew what that was. And before we could get out, everybody was running, trying to get away. And I heard they had ambulances, things start coming in. And I got post-traumatic stress. I'm a wreck right now. And I feel I can't even express myself. This is wow, this is unbelievable. You know, that somebody would do that, just come out and just start shooting innocent people.
Sheriff March says he and his deputies are working alongside the community to solve the shooting that left 3 people dead and others injured.
And we definitely need all the help we can get. Call the answer.
Come on, man. People down in Holmes County know who did it, man. Holmes County ain't that motherfucking big, man. A lot of people know who did this shit, man. They just protecting criminals. That's what liberals do, man. Unbelievable, man. They found the guys for that Birmingham shooting, though. So I think we're a little even right there.
And you got so much innocent blood that's being shedded. And that's what hurts me.
Hours after 3 people were killed and 8 others were injured, victims returned to the Indian Creek Trail, where crime tape surrounded a devastating scene.
We had 30 minutes to go, and I was about to comment, that won't be long. And that's when I heard the shots going off.
The co-owner of the property, Joe Johnson, says a group of people rented the field out for 3 hours following the Holmes County Consolidated Schools homecoming. According to Holmes County Sheriff Willie March, a gunman opened fire on the crowd of people on the trail ride Saturday around 12:30 midnight. Deputies believe the gunman operated with a switch on their weapon.
I'm a Vietnam veteran, and I can't say the exact caliber, but I know it was like a machine gun. It was repeating, right?
Deputies say it happened following an altercation that broke out at the property near North Highway 17, just 5 miles outside of Lexington. Johnson says every event always has security.
We have security, and sometimes they confiscate weapons and stop to prevent it, For some reason, this time they got in with them.
The sheriff identified the 3 victims killed as 25-year-old Martell Gibson, 19-year-old Chandra Chestnut, and 19-year-old John Jenkins. Deputies say several other victims had to be airlifted to a hospital in Jackson. Johnson says among those shot were his nephew.
My sons were there, and it was just the goodness of God that they didn't get shot up. My nephew's in the hospital now.
Johnson says always been
I'm not out. Ordained minister.
All right. I thought you were snoring, bro.
Be able to talk to our young people and tell them.
I'm listening, man.
I saw, bro. Apologize.
Right. It's all good. But yeah, man. Let's see what else is going on, man. That mass shooting went unreported. Like I didn't hear nobody talk about that mass shooting on that trail ride, man. Nobody talked about it. It was
Yo,
on.
did they ever catch them niggas that shot them 21 people? I think. What was it?
Yeah, they
Alabama.
caught them. That was Birmingham. They called them. Yeah, they called.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, they called. We did the video on that. Yeah, they called it.
Damn,
Well, friends of a man who was fatally stabbed at a gas station in West.
Look at that mustache, man. God damn. Who got that static in the background, man? Somebody got some static, man.
Is it me?
That might be
I
you,
don't think
T.R.
it's me.
McCoy. I don't think it's you. I think it's T.R. McCoy. You got some static. I don't know.
No, I got my shit muted right now.
Yeah, but when you're not muted, it's like you got you have the computer. Do you have us playing in the background or something like that? Cause it's like an echo or something. Whatever, just figure it out, man. You can pause yourself.
Well, friends of a man who was fatally stabbed at a gas station in West Philadelphia last week are speaking out tonight. An
New
arrest
guy
was
in the
made
back,
in the
huh?
deadly attack, but their hearts remain heavy with grief. Action News reporter Caroline Goggin is live from police headquarters with that story tonight. Caroline.
Rick, we've learned the victim in this fatal stabbing was originally from the Republic of Guinea, but he most recently called West Philadelphia home. He was a loving father and a beloved parking attendant. And this afternoon, we had a chance to speak with his colleagues who told us about this loss. Inside this parking garage near Washington Square, it appears to be business as usual, but the attendants here are operating with heavy hearts.
It's not been the same. It hasn't been the same. Nothing like the same.
It has been almost a week since one of their coworkers was killed. Philadelphia police say Suleiman Magasuba was stabbed last Friday morning at this Exxon gas station on the 200 block of North 63rd Street in West Philadelphia. Magasuba was rushed to Penn Presbyterian Medical Center, where he died.
I couldn't sleep for days. Excuse me.
Justin Sherlock worked with Magasuba for the past 3.5 years. He described the 31-year-old as a great friend and coworker.
I couldn't sleep, and I still suffer like going to sleep. He's on my mind every night.
Most importantly, he says Magasuba was a loving father to his young daughter.
At the end of the day, he came home to his daughter, provided for his daughter. He made sure his daughter was fine.
On Saturday, Philadelphia police arrested 46-year-old Kareem Graves, charging him with Magasuba's murder. Inside the garage Magasuba called a second home, directly beneath the Hopkinson house, his picture is now hanging up. A way of alerting people who live in this building and park in this garage about his death.
He used to always want to help them all. They get out with a bag. Hey, I get that. I get that.
He was the nicest person. Like if I was having a bad day, he always like
raised
it up. So yeah, it is like those small moments that make big differences in people's lives.
Wow.
So many people were so emotional when we caught up with them inside that parking garage this afternoon. As for a motive for this fatal stabbing, Philadelphia police have not released any information.
Chance encounter. Just a chance encounter, you know?
Yeah. Could be literally anything.
It's just culture.
Cross paths. Yeah, they just cross paths and, you know, something said or something, like bump somebody or some shit like that. And the penalty was death and the sentence was meted out immediately.
They could have been staring at each other and no one wanted to break eye contact. So someone could have stepped on the other one's shoe and then one of them looked at him like, yo, you gonna say something? And then nigga was like, yo, fuck you looking at me like that for? And then some shit could have, like, it could be anything, though.
Yeah, a chance son encounter, man.
It was just before midnight last night. A witness told D.C. police that a man was trying to get cash out of this ATM here at this Exxon station on Florida Avenue Northeast. According to the witness, the man then became irate when he couldn't get any money out. He then began to...
Damn. He became irate when he couldn't get any money out. Yikes.
Are we making bets here on
trying to get cash out of this?
Yeah, I mean, if he couldn't get money out of here and he became irate, man.
Irate,
watch
a word they use. That's like teens. Irate. I feel they use that word a lot.
Yeah, watch who the fuck you talking to. That's what he should have did. So if he was irate, you better have watched who the fuck he was talking to while he was irate.
It's ATM here at this Exxon station on Florida Avenue Northeast. According to the witness, the man then became irate when he couldn't get any money out. He then began to argue with the cashier and pulled out a gun.
Thank you for work there. I can show you.
Kamba Boma owns the station and agreed to show News 4 how the shooting happened.
When I came this morning, one of my workers says, "Oh, you know what? Somebody got shot last night. I think they reached through here and shoot."
Yeah.
So he was able to get his arm with the gun
if
through
it's
there.
open like this, you can get, I guess that's what happened.
Police identified the victim as Rama Nuri, the victim's brother.
God damn. He couldn't get no money out there. Got mad. That's an Ethiopian. Got mad and shit and shot that bitch through the goddamn money dispenser. God damn.
But it was Sunman.
Oh, it had to be. This DC, man. This DC, man.
Hey, how's my mic? This shit better?
Yeah. This DC, man. This is Sunman, man. This is Sunman.
According to the witness, the man then became irate when he couldn't get any money out. He then began to argue with the cashier and pulled out a gun.
Thank you for work there. I can show you.
Kamba Boma owns the station and agreed to show News 4 how the shooting happened.
When I came this morning, one of my workers says, "Oh, you know what? Somebody got shot last night. I think they reached through here and shoot right here."
So he was able to get his arm with the gun
if
through
it's
there.
open like this, you can get, I guess that's what happened.
Police identified the victim as Rama Nuri, the victim's brother and a friend, tells News 4. Nuri recently immigrated from the African country of Eritrea and has only been here a few months. She has a 5-month-old baby. A witness told police the gunman was last seen walking up Holbrook Street, and police brought in additional.
You know this right here? I used to get weed from right here. This gas station right here. This neighborhood is called Trinidad. It's historically historically a rough neighborhood. But everything around here could be considered rough. But yeah, this gas station right here is
how far is it from PG County?
Oh no, this is nowhere near PG. This is like the heart of DC. This is in the heart of DC. This is I used to live around here. Not too far.
This is where also be at or what?
Nah, this is northeast. This is northeast. This is like this is Trinidad. This is a very historically, but it's very gentrified the last 15 years. But historically, it's a black like hood, like a hood, like a what I'm saying, very, very a lot of stuff goes down there.
Would you say it's like Lawndale or like Inglewood?
Yeah, it's like it's
the Inglewood of DC.
Huh?
It's the Inglewood of DC.
Nah, it's just nah. See, like this is just a neighborhood that's like all the neighborhoods around it are bad too, but it's just a neighborhood because it's a perfect square. It's like a perfect neighborhood because it's an actual square. It's like one road, one avenue here, one avenue here, one avenue there, and it's just a perfect square. And it got self-contained, like it's a self-contained neighborhood where like they got schools and everything in it, and they don't like. It's not like how some neighborhoods bleed into other neighborhoods. This neighborhood is just kind of like
it sounds kind of like Austin over here. Austin is a square as well.
Yeah,
but in that square, God damn.
Yeah, ain't no squares in this square. I can tell you that much.
Holbrook Street.
So
police brought in additional resources.
So this is like when you was like grown and shit. This where you was like trapping and pimping bitches. This neighborhood you was at.
This is the neighboring neighborhood. This is
so you was around here though.
Yeah, like I walk past this every day. I got weed here. This is what it's like 15 different weed spots here. This is not projects. This is no apartments. This is like 98% row houses.
Okay. Sound like really.
And it still was nothing but a ghetto, man. And hard, you know what I'm saying? It's like a rough area, you know. It's like multiple neighborhoods. It's one neighborhood, but multiple parts. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas and those niggas, those niggas, those niggas, those niggas, those niggas. And it's the type of spot where like, yeah, you don't want to go around there at night unless you buying some weed. You don't want to go around there like, you know, starting no trouble and shit at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. You only really want to go around there if you're not starting no trouble.
In hopes of finding the man.
K9 unit needed for the intersection of Holbrook and Florida Avenue.
DC police tweeted a detailed description of the gunman wearing a dark-colored scarf over the mouth area, long leather jacket, black or tan hat, and dark-colored jeans.
This is the first time I work here over 20-some years. We never have such problem.
There were security cameras at the station, but it's unclear if they were useful.
We all pray that she pulled through because there's no need. That's uncalled for. This thing, if she had knew better, close it. You can't open it except somebody open it.
Yeah, but bro, like who's thinking what woman is thinking a nigga gonna do it, reach in there and shoot? Like nobody thinking that's gonna happen. Some things you can't prevent. You know what I'm saying? Something you can't imagine that a guy is having an argument with the ATM machine. He get mad because he can't get no money out the ATM machine and he come and shoot you. You can't predict that. That lady, there's really nothing that lady could have done. And then she probably thinks she's safe behind that glass.
There's no need. That's uncalled for. This thing, if she had knew better, close it. You can't open it except somebody open it from inside.
What do you think of somebody that would do something like that?
Somebody crazy.
Kambaboma says these booths are built to keep workers safe. This, he says, was unthinkable. In Northeast DC, Paul Wagner, News 4.
Yeah.
Man, like if we were to treat every single Sun person that they were gonna fucking shoot us, you know?
Yeah.
Forget about it. It's impossible to fucking live like that.
Yeah. You can't like just people we have to let our guards down sometime. We have to take certain interactions for granted. You know what I'm saying? You got to take certain interactions for granted. Like you go to the fucking checkout counter and shit at the grocery store. You're supposed to be able to just relax. You go to the gas station, you're supposed to be able to relax. No one really is living on edge like that, even in neighborhoods like this.
I mean, look. Let me tell a quick story. It was a while ago now, but I was at a Joe Osco. Do you have Joe Osco over there?
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's like you have a Kroger's, a Dominick's.
No, DC. No, DC. You have more like, but I know Kroger's is in Virginia, like South Virginia.
So I was at a Joe Osco, right? And I was picking up some alcohol. It was like 9-10 p.m. The parking lot was empty. But when I was leaving from paying, there was a young son man, about like a 20-some-year-old, who was also at the liquor. I remember him being there. And I was walking to my car, and remember the parking lot is empty. And this somewhere is like, you know that the hairs behind in the back of your neck.
Yeah.
He was like following me. I felt like, right. And I peeped him, and obviously, I keep it on me. I always say that, right?
Right.
And I don't know, and I was subtle, but I don't know if he noticed what, or maybe he got lost, but he did like an about face and walked the other way, right? I drove off, and as I hit the corner to like turn or whatever, I seen that someone walking, right? The opposite direction, mind you. So I look, I don't know if he was gonna try to rob me or what he was gonna do, but you got to take some situations, like you said, for granted. You know, like, you get what I'm trying to say? Am I making sense?
Yeah. Like some man following you, man. You know he probably up to no good, man.
A task force arrested a 17-year-old fugitive wanted for killing a Sonic manager because he wouldn't give her food. The murder happened.
All this stuff is happening in the last 2 days.
A task force arrested a 17-year-old fugitive wanted for killing a Sonic manager because he wouldn't give her food. The murder happened over the summer in San Antonio. Police say the teen and an accomplice were denied food because they tried to pay with fake money. And so they say she opened fire and then took off to Dallas. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager has details on her capture, and she's live outside the county jail where that woman is being held. Peyton.
Steve, and that teenager's name is Adia Roberson, and police believe Roberson went from San Antonio to Austin to here in Dallas, but it's still unclear how long she had been staying in Dallas. We do know a reliable tip led investigators to an apartment building off a Dallas highway. A teenager on the Texas 10 Most Wanted list was taken into custody at this Pleasant Grove apartment complex, part of a multi-agency operation. 17-year-old Adia Roberson was on the run for 3 months, accused of murdering a San Antonio Sonic manager. Tuesday, investigators learned Roberson was hiding out at the corner of Pleasant Drive and CF Hahn Freeway. Around 1:30 p.m. on Tuesday, the U.S. Marshals North Texas Fugitive Task Force arrested Roberson in the parking lot. She was booked into the Dallas County Jail on the charges of murder and forgery. On July 7th, San Antonio police say Roberson shot and killed 33-year-old Daniel Shrewsbury following an argument. Roberson and 2 others were denied food because they were using fake money. Police say
like Floyd, man. They was doing a Floyd. Using fake money ain't no crime, man. He wasn't even a threat, man. Using fake money ain't making no threat, man.
Who is that son man who's like, man, our woman ain't violent?
Wait, somebody said that?
Yeah, that son man on like some sports channel or something 2 weeks ago.
All about like WNBA or some shit like that?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Oh yeah. Wait, you talking about damn.
Yo, is this Kyrie Irving?
No,
I know you definitely look like. No, you look like Paul George.
So Wicked, is this guy like the type of dude that was behind your tail?
Yeah, I would say so. Basically.
Yeah, fuck. I don't envy you at all, man. That sucks.
Wait, I didn't even hear the story. Wicked, damn. Yo, you always getting this like some nigga squabbles with these niggas, man.
You think so?
Yeah, I remember you talking about some man tapped your bumper like a couple months ago.
Oh yeah. But I was in the Blackistan that day though. To be fair, that Joe Ike was nowhere near Blackistan. You feel me? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, but yeah, the bumper one, yeah, I was in the stand that day.
Yo, she look like she's from the trenches up north somewhere.
Yeah, she'd be cute in Philly, man. She'd be like an 8 in Philly, man.
County Jail on the charges of murder and forgery. On July 7th, San Antonio police say Roberson shot and killed 33-year-old Daniel Shrewsbury following an argument. Roberson and 2 others were denied food because they were using fake money. Police say as Shrewsbury tried to take a picture of their license plate, 27-year-old Joshua Joseph told him he was going to get shot. That's when police say Roberson exited the vehicle and opened fire on Shrewsbury, who died on scene. Joseph was arrested in August and charged with murder. This August video was taken from the Fox affiliate in San Antonio.
None of that happened the way I wouldn't wish it did. Nobody.
A reward.
Talking, nigga, giving statements and shit, man.
That nigga don't give a fuck.
Yo, he's like fucking 6'4". That's a big motherfucker.
Let me out tomorrow. I'll do that bitch again.
He definitely snitched, man. He about 6'2".
Well,
Was
they got him
arrested
that
in
Popeye.
August and charged with murder. This August video was taken from the Fox affiliate in San Antonio.
None of that happened the way it happened. I wouldn't wish him dead. Nobody.
A reward for
Completely
$5 grand was
unintelligible.
out for any information leading to the capture of Roberson. Wednesday, U.S. Marshals confirmed to Fox 4 it was a tip that led investigators to this apartment complex. And Roberson is still here tonight at the Dallas County Jail. She's waiting until she's transferred back to San Antonio. Her bond is set at $520,000.
Yo, they got him that Big Mac meal act. He was telling.
Damn.
A North Texas man received 10 years in federal prison for running a health care scam. Prosecutors say he used the millions he made in stolen cash to fund a lavish lifestyle and a Hollywood career. Fox 4's David Centendry is in Dallas tonight with more on this story. David.
Yeah, that pharmacy owner was trying to make it in Hollywood, but instead now he's headed to federal prison. A Dallas pharmacy owner, 37-year-old Ivor Jola, shown here on his public Instagram page, was trying to make it as a Hollywood director and screenplay writer, listed on IMDb as a screenwriter for the 2019 movie Grand Isle, starring Nicolas Cage. Now, Jola is sentenced to 10 years in federal prison for scheming insurance companies out of tens of millions of dollars.
So he was making all the millions, you know.
The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Texas says Jola and co-conspirator Shannon Turley submitted at least $46 million in bogus claims to insurance companies, $41 million of that which was reimbursed. Jola used that money to buy land, luxury vehicles, and more.
But cars were very noticeable, one after another.
Jola's former neighbor says high-end vehicles were consistently rolling in and out of his far north Dallas home, raising suspicion.
He was probably doing something bad, you know, who knows? Outlandish, I can say that. Way outlandish.
According to plea papers, Jola and his co-conspirator operated at least 9 Texas pharmacies and would pay marketers for insured patients' personal info. Some patients were unaware. Others were aware and required a fee for their information. The duo also paid doctors to fraudulently stamp prescription forms. 10 additional defendants have pled guilty to their roles in the scheme.
They don't intend to go into the business originally to commit fraud. There's something that happens along the way where they take that turn, which I would say that evil turn.
Former U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas, Richard Roper, says these insurance scams are becoming more common, and the dollar amount of this one is substantial.
You know, $41 million is a lot of money.
Shannon Turley, that co-conspirator, is scheduled to be sentenced here at the federal courthouse next month.
Wow.
No, but like, shout outs to the Sun Man, because at least he didn't kill anyone, right?
Yo, I was just thinking that, and he was pretty successful for the
that we
time
know
he
of.
did.
That we know of.
I know he's not like a African booty scratcher Sun Man, but it's just something about like these when these African Sun Men throw on like suits and like pose as businessmen. I always think they're like MLM scammer looking ass niggas. I don't know.
No, I'm impressed. Like 41 million? Come on. That's pretty good.
No way it's worth it, Ike. They're going to catch your ass, dude.
I thought it was going to be a glider for sure.
Yeah, the amount.
There's no way they're going to get you, dude.
Hey, that dude might know a lot of Juice Crew.
On KHOU 11 News, we are hearing from a man who was held at gunpoint, then forced to drive to an ATM and withdraw money.
And part of the crime was caught on camera. It happened in southeast Houston on Woodridge near the Gulf Freeway. And Stephen Goen joins us there now with an exclusive interview. Stephen.
Reiko, you can see it here behind me. This is an active area, so that shows you just how brazen these suspects were. Now, the video you're about to see that was shared by Houston police, it's short and there's no sound, but we spoke to the man who survived this robbery, and he told us all the details from that day. He said he will never forget. Sitting there right next to the driver, that's no ordinary passenger. Police say the man in this surveillance video is a robbery suspect whose accomplice was sitting in the back seat just out of view as they held the vehicle's driver at gunpoint. What were they saying? What were they saying to you?
Well, at first they were like not to make any sudden moves, not to do anything stupid, that my life is worth more than a couple of dollars.
The victim, who did not want to be identified, tells us he had just picked up supplies from his Home Depot along the Gulf Freeway back on October 5th when two men jumped into his car.
I mean, I was just trying to listen and do everything that I could in order to just, try to stay alive.
He says the suspect next to him pulled out a gun while the one in the back rummaged through his stuff. Then they told him to drive to this Chase Bank nearby. Once at the ATM, they forced him to pull out cash. But he says the first transaction actually triggered a scam alert.
They basically just made me confirm that it wasn't a scam so I could pull out money. At first, it didn't go through, so they told me to try again.
When the next transaction worked, he was forced to withdraw $900. Then the suspects told him to drop them off at an IHOP across the street, where they made him wait before they slipped away.
I'm guessing they were working with somebody else because the whole time they were texting with somebody, trying to figure out, I'm guessing, how they were going to get out of this. So
tonight, nearly 3 weeks later, those suspects remain at large. Their victim, hopeful someone can identify them and authorities can track them down before they do this to someone else.
I finally made my peace with it, got over it. I just hope, this doesn't happen to anybody else.
Now, Crime Stoppers is offering an up to $5,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest or charges. If you know something, you can report that anonymously to Crime Stoppers. You can also call HPD.
A big development in the sexual assault and attempted kidnapping of an 11-year-old girl in Wilmington. An arrest has now been made. Let's get right out to McCullough Medina. He is live in Wilmington with more. Mac.
The police have confirmed that 30-year-old Jose Jaime of Hawthorne has been arrested in this case.
Jose.
We actually talked to a neighbor who saw it happen. She was actually folding laundry, looked up outside the window and saw Jaime tried to abduct that 11-year-old girl. It was all caught on a Ring camera.
Hey, leave her alone!
You can hear the neighbors scaring off Jaime after police say he approached the girl from behind, fondled her, and attempted to take her away.
Hey, leave her alone!
I just instantly
Fucking find this man.
and then
Take
that's
him
when
out.
he walked away. He was like, she's my niece, but I knew better that that wasn't his niece.
The neighbor, who didn't want her face shown, says she immediately called police, who say the girl was not Jaime's niece. The little girl did get away and ran home.
She told her brother's
This nigga bounced out, bro.
I
They
already
like
made a report. They were able to connect the dots. Honestly, I'm really glad that I was able to see and prevent her from getting taken away because the suspect was steps away from being able to just pick her up and take her in.
This nigga's too bold, man.
Jaime was driving this gray
He's a
Nissan
big
Kick at the
bastard,
time. You
too.
can see
Bro,
it
they
clearly.
like grabbing kids, man.
Yeah, his personal car too. Like he using his personal car. His vehicle.
Is that my phone or?
What's worse than brazen?
I don't know, man. Like, yo, like, how niggas get this, bro? Are you?
I think it's flagrant.
I already made a report. They were able to connect the dots. Honestly, I'm really glad that I was able to see and prevent her from getting taken away because the suspect was steps away from being able to just pick her up and take her into his car.
Police say Jaime was driving this gray Nissan Kick at the time. You can see it clearly in the video. It's distinctive because his right rear tire appears to be a spare.
This is really close to my house. Poor little girl, 11 years old.
Yolanda Garcia lives a house away from where it happened. She says kids walk from school here all the time. She is proud of her neighbor who stepped up and scared Jaime away.
Well, I'm kind of glad that happened because if she weren't, like she said, that she was folding her laundry, and if she wasn't there looking out the window, he probably would have taken the little girl.
Hey, leave her alone!
In fact, a lot of neighbors are calling that other neighbor a hero tonight. Meantime, Jaime remains in jail right now, booked for aggravated kidnapping. His bail is set at $1 million. We're live in Wilmington. I'm Charlamagne Medina, NBC 40.
The LAPD is searching this morning.
Wow.
Maybe he was a part of a trafficking ring, and that's why he was so brazen.
He's a pervert. could have just been a pervert. And
well, he is obviously that.
Operating alone though, like, because we still gotta remember that those guys, everything ain't because Diddy and Abercrombie, everything ain't like some of these dudes just operate alone. They just that dude just he probably did that before, got away with it.
Yeah, he was too comfortable, man.
Yeah, it's some missing girl or some girl got abducted and and they don't know who did it, and it was this guy. Let's see what this is.
I hope someone finds him and puts a thumb up his butt.
Whatever your reasons for leaving your 3 minor children alone for 3 days, it does not justify your actions. If children learn at an early age that they cannot rely on their mother for love, protection, and support, what future do they have as adults? What kind of relationships will they have? And what kind of parents will they become? The one person who's supposed to love them unconditionally and protect them at all costs was unavailable and otherwise checked out. What is clear is that for those 3 days in February, your children were not your top priority. I am concerned about what, if any, impact this incident will have on your daughters, whose mother did not act in their best interests and otherwise care for or protect them. The good news is that children are resilient. In general, mothers are driven by a strong maternal
let's see what
instinct
he's
to protect
sentenced in
the
here.
control officer and defendant not to drive without a valid driver's license or driving privileges and insurance. In case number 24 CRB 249, defendant is ordered to pay a $400 fine and costs. In case number 24 CRB 250, defendant is ordered to pay a $400 fine and costs. Well, listen, there are certain things that I can control, and there's others that are beyond my control. I can assure you, however, that as long as you're on community control sanctions by this court, you will never leave your children alone again without serious consequences. In terms of a jail sanction, I don't want to further victimize your daughters by separating you from them, because they will suffer the unintended consequences, and I will not have that. However, I do believe that house arrest is the appropriate sanction to ensure that you will be with your children at all times, otherwise not working.
Yeah, he had to put the bitch on house arrest to make sure she don't leave her children.
Wait, what's the title? Mother leaves 3 kids home while what?
In the club?
To a bar or some shit like that. The club or some shit.
Oh, while in Florida? Okay.
Getting busted down. Come on, man. Let's call it what it is. That's what she was doing.
I mean, bro, I don't know if it's just some people, but I was always left alone as a kid.
This is obnoxious.
Yeah,
what happened.
but here's the thing: for 3 days straight, though.
Oh wait, damn, I'm tripping. Yeah, this 3 days.
But I feel like
this is
obnoxious.
Like that's an extreme case, but I feel like everybody does that. Like,
no, I mean, I was a latchkey kid. I had my own key on a string, on a shoestring around my neck when I was in first grade.
Yeah, I was a latchkey kid too.
So I mean, I know what you're saying, but my mother never just left for 3 whole days and didn't.
See, my
breakfast and shit and go to school and nah. Here's the thing. And then when you got little children like that, all types of things can happen. They want assistance from an adult. They could choke. They could maybe have an accident on themselves, like, you know what I'm saying? Kids, you know what I'm saying? She got 3 minor kids. She's relying on the oldest one to be an adult, I guess, right? Or to be the parent.
Yeah.
She gone.
How old was the kid?
Let me play this story. Let's see if we.
This is obnoxious. What happened here? It is by the grace of God, nothing went wrong in that house. It's a complete miracle.
Tough words from a local prosecutor to a mother. She left her 3 children home alone while she went to Florida. Today, she learned what a judge would decide as a punishment for her crime. How could a mother believe that 3 young kids could actually take care of themselves
to stay safe.
And those children all under the age of 11. Not only that, two of them have special needs. First at 4, Aria Janelle was there when
2 special needs kids under the age of 11 home alone for 3 days while she went and got some dick in Florida.
Wait, she went to go on a whole trip to Florida and left her special needs kid. Yo, these bitches ain't shit.
Of course they're not. Why would they be? Why would they be any better?
Here's the thing, though. Dealing with kids, don't get me wrong, dealing with special needs kids, for her, like for anybody who deals with special needs kids, it is taxing. It is taxing. And parents gonna need a break sometimes. You just don't listen.
That's
like
when
said, man, anything can happen. When you got kids, like I got little kids, man, I take my eye off my son. He just started crawling and shit. Now he mobile, right? He crawling his ass off. Man, if I take my eye off him for 1 second, man, I'm talking about he gone. He in another room. He got something in his mouth. He doing something like he is. You got to keep your eye on these little motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? All the time.
Right. Yo,
Yeah, but
I mean, I've seen my kid act like literally, like with the sidekicks. You know, literally grab surprisingly a fork. I'm like, damn, they actually do that.
Yo,
yeah,
they gone. They when my daughter, she 4, she testing boundaries. She got a smart mouth. She going off. You take your eye off her. If she quiet, if my daughter is quiet, something's going wrong. Every time she's quiet, and I'll be like, yo, what's she doing? I look around, she tearing some shit up. It's a big ass mess in the other room. Shit all over the place. She done emptied some box of cereal out all on the floor, some shit. You gotta keep your eye on them. You know what I'm saying? The special needs kids.
Yeah.
Think about this like this, right? My daughter, she used the potty, right? So she know how to use the potty, but she don't know how to wipe right? So she know how to use the potty, but she you know what I'm saying, she need help sometimes wiping. In 3 days, how many times do special needs kids gonna use the bathroom?
hey, at least 5-6 times a day.
Yeah. And
You know they don't know how to, clean themselves and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she needs to get that fucking Harambe dick. So that's what it is.
Yeah, whoever homie is, man, he should advertise that shit. Like, yeah, I got these bitches leaving their special needs kids home for this dick.
You already know he flexing that shit to his homies. She got some Julio Kodak Black looking ass nigga dropping some Haitian Zulu dick off on her.
Yeah.
Out in the Florida Keys.
Pulled the phone out, got her on the phone and everything.
This nigga slapping this bitch with his wicks all in her fucking face. Special needs kids at home struggling to fucking to do anything for themselves. She should be ashamed of herself.
And you know that carbon monoxide beeper was going all 3 days too.
And you know she didn't give him enough food either.
Yo, I could imagine being left for 3 days at 11. Like, bro, I had like 2 younger siblings. We was doing all types of shit.
Here's
jump
the
off
thing,
the
though,
fucking roof,
right? You know
Yeah,
she gave
be on the roof,
right? You know she gave him instructions. The one who not special needs, you know, the instruction was don't leave this house because that's gonna attract attention. You can't have these kids just out, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff because that's gonna make people like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So they probably was told explicitly, do not leave the house. So they was probably stuck in the house, you know what I'm saying? For 3 days, like cold, afraid, hungry. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy, man.
And the judge decided that forcing this mom to spend time with her kids was the right punishment.
After going through this whole court process in that one-day trial, Dominique Knowles made it known today that she still thinks that her 3 children, all under the age of 11, could have taken care of themselves.
I did believe my kids was able to get up by themselves and properly dress themselves and get themselves to school.
Dominique Knowles inside of a Rocky River courtroom,
smiling.
laughing and smiling, despite being found
Think
guilty
about
of
how
child endangerment.
fucking out of
They don't give a fuck.
Oh, that smile basically tells everyone in that courtroom that whole trip was worth it.
Yeah, man. That nigga don't give a fuck, man.
She supposed to be shaking in her fucking boots, man. This bitch in there smiling and shit.
He probably
Dominique
can't wait to
Knowles
get rid
inside
of
of a
him.
Rocky River courtroom, laughing and smiling, despite being found guilty of child endangerment. She says her young children should have been able to take care of themselves for 2 days while she was in Florida. The mother of 3 hoping for some leniency.
My kids is everything to me, and I do everything for them by myself.
Back in February, Knowles left her 3 daughters, a 10-year-old and 2 7-year-old twin girls with special needs, home alone. You okay?
Damn.
The reason Knowles had to fly to Miami to help a friend who had just had liposuction.
I just really wish
To help a friend who had just had a BBL. Shit, man.
Damn. She flew out to be a BBL assistant for 3 days.
That BBL
That's a
drizzy.
lie. You know that's a lie. She wouldn't have
Bunch of bullshit.
She wouldn't have
She was-
fucking meat.
She was
That's a hell of a lie right there, though. I mean, say it was the truth. That's still bullshit.
Yo, that bitch lying. She was out there going ham, turning up with them Zoes out in Miami,
She was working on another kid, Chief.
getting slapped with all they wicks all on top of her forehead.
She
Or
was
another
getting
baby
that
daddy.
that wig knocked off her head.
Yeah, they was pulling her tracks
go
off.
back and change the circumstances and change what I did.
While Knowles apologized, the judge was not happy.
Daughters were forced to fend for themselves, much like feral cats.
According to court records, one of the kids told their teachers their mom wasn't at home and didn't know where she went. The school tried to contact Knowles but couldn't get a hold of her, so they called the police.
She kind of reported to her teacher.
So hold on, she wasn't answering the phone either. Oh shit! You can't even contact the bitch. She was gone. She wasn't like call me if you need anything. She was gone.
The backbone of the community.
She said I ordered them some Uber Eats. Them niggas would be alright.
Shit, man, that's crazy, man.
Teacher that she talked to mom on the camera last night, and that mom ordered them Uber Eats and left it at the door.
Prosecution.
Oh, so mom FaceTimed him. Mom FaceTimed him, was like, baby, you know, yeah, okay. So mom, at least she did that, but still, even listen, it's still, you can't leave your kids. Even if you did this, you still can't leave your kids. You'll get some dick.
Left it at the door.
The prosecution took their time to remind the judge that Knowles had 2 reliable people she could have asked for help, including her own mother who lived in Cleveland, but she chose not to.
Do they always stay here like this? No, my daughter, her friend's in the hospital.
The judge made his decision with the kids in mind. Knowles was given 360 days of house arrest and 5 years of probation. Along with the house arrest and the probationary period, Dominique Knowles will have to take a parenting class and mental health counseling. Here in Rocky River, I'm Aria Janelle.
Who's smarting that Dirk Butt Queen out? I know I am, but I just want to know.
I mean, clearly I would too.
Yo, you know it's
for about
you know
2 days, just long enough for that trip. I get tired after that.
Yo, you know it's crazy. Like they said, like people don't be with their kids 24/7 all day, but that's where the grandparents come in at. Drop them off for a couple days. Like this bitch was too lazy to go drop them off somewhere.
I mean, maybe the mama was like, shoot, I'm gonna need some money, and she didn't want to do it.
Or maybe she he burned that bridge. You know, we never know what happened, man. I
Right.
mean,
But the
sometimes
mama show was there defending her though.
maybe mama would have been like, "Girl, like, no, I ain't. Well, no, you ain't going. You going where? You going to Miami to help your friend with a BBL? You got 2 special needs kids. You need to help them.
Yeah.
Fuck your
Yeah.
friend with the botch BBL, man."
I'm scared for my life. I'm scared for my family. It's sad. It's a sad world that we're living in.
We're tracking that growing fear among local drivers tonight with news of another shooting on the 15 freeway. The latest violence hit about 5:30 this morning on the north end of town. It's the second shooting on I-15 in the past 2.5 months. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Snyder.
And I'm Latoya Solman. That shooting raising questions now about safety while people are behind the wheel. Kristen Drummond joins us live from downtown Las Vegas with the latest on the.
Somebody got some playing.
Yeah, somebody got echo.
Somebody got some crazy shit playing and shit.
I'm muted, so shoot. That ain't me.
Make sure you hit the like button. Take the $5 challenge, guys. Please support the channel, guys. Come on.
Wait, did anybody else hear that? I didn't hear shit either you talking about.
Nah, it was somebody, but yeah, support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat, guys. This is must see TV, man. Please support the channel. Also hit the like button. Please hit the like button too, man.
Yeah, man. Pretend like this is the only place you could talk about this shit. I mean,
right?
Yada yada yada. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
The investigation
Talk Nation
and
stands
calls for
alone.
action. Kristen?
All day.
Well, Jim and Latoya, the shooting shut down a portion of I-15 South this morning from Lake Mead Boulevard. Metro Police not telling us what led to this shooting, whether it was road rage or something else happened, but it's certainly concerning some in this community who are aware of other incidents like this happening on the freeway.
Another one, you know, like I said, it's getting out of control.
Again.
Growing concern among the community after yet another shooting on Interstate 15 Wednesday morning, causing traffic on the freeway during the morning commute as Metro Police investigated. A person was taken to the hospital and expected to be okay, but this leaves Susan Benoit and others on edge.
I'm at a loss for words, to be honest, because this is the 3rd shooting that's happened on a highway.
One case dates back to 2020. Camia Bird was shot and killed on I-15 by Flamingo. Her murder remains unsolved. The other, also on I-15 by Flamingo in August. Metro Police say Darren Algie was killed while driving with his girlfriend and their 4-year-old child. Metro Police reported arresting 18-year-old Demarion Bell and 23-year-old Jason Lovett, both making their first court appearance.
Hey, one of the things that I really have loved that I learned through Ock Nation is that some people have rolling gun battles on the freeways and the highways.
In the highways.
I had no idea.
Look, let me correct you on that, bro. They have them everywhere.
Well, with strangers though, like not like with people like, oh, that's them. I'm talking about with absolute strangers.
But they'll have them in parking lots. They'll have them on residential streets,
gas stations,
not just highways.
Yeah, it was just a mess, man.
That lobe,
Just
like
love
the
it.
frontal
Both
lobe is
making
not
their-
there, bruh.
Well, yeah. It's just.
Like I don't really know how else can you really explain, like, okay, you flip off a guy on the freeway, fine, but like gun battles, nah, that's DNA, like that's some frontal lobe shit.
Appearance this week. An arrest report states the shooting appeared to be the result of road rage.
I mean, I think this is our biggest fear, right? Is the unpredictability of it.
Ariana Saunders with the Nevada chapter of Moms Demand Action, a volunteer organization working towards gun violence prevention.
How can someone be safe on the freeway? They don't know if the driver next to them has a gun.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for me, and the folks that I talk to, it's always just really about reminding us
Bammy.
ourselves about our personal safety first and foremost, and really taking a second to think about the decisions we make before we make them.
Tensions are high. I think all
Just
sorts of
think
reasons
about it.
factors play into it.
Making some stay on high alert and be aware of not only their actions, but others while behind the wheel.
Because that's what leads to this.
Yeah, I really like.
Now, I emailed Metro Police asking what likely caused the shooting and if there are any potential suspects at this time, but no response.
I really hate that shit. Bitches do, and like it sounds like every sentence they speak ends in like a question. Like they talk like this, and then sometimes you just want to be careful. It's like what the fuck? Like sounds like sounds like they're asking the question, but it just fucking like the pitch at the end of the sentence always ends like super high for no reason. It's weird.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll out, but I wanted to say real quick to you. I was watching the football game, right, and it hit me. I was like, man, I think it's about time for the Vikings to change their name. Perhaps the Somalis, the Jihadis, the Mujahideen, but Vikings don't feel
Change
right
to
no
the
more.
Pirates. The Pirates.
Right, the Pirates. What do you think, Chief? Fuck it, right?
What the fuck?
There you go.
Hey, yo.
Yo, what was that, bro?
Wicked, why you put Ark to sleep, man?
Yo,
Wait, what happened?
you ain't hearing it?
You made him fall asleep.
Oh, is that I telling me he don't agree with my idea? Okay.
Yeah, man. That boy straight up said, "Cool story, bro."
Yo,
Yeah,
no. I'm being serious though. I think I'm correct in this.
Yo, I know somebody's fall asleep like that. Damn, bro. Yeah, dude.
So what's wrong with my idea, Chief? What's wrong with my idea? It's a good idea. Y'all be safe, man.
Hey, man.
Salute, Wicked.
Easy, man. Who was sleeping, man? Who was sleeping, man?
Yeah, I don't know who, but at the end of this question, all you heard was, God damn, bro, what the fuck?
Hey, man, I'll be putting it in 25-8.
Yeah, man. Let me see this one right here.
Developing tonight, right now, detectives are searching for the suspect behind a deadly shooting inside a Southeast DC convenience store.
Late this morning, a man inside the Nantu Market and Smoke Shop along Pennsylvania Avenue opened fire and shot two people. One of them was killed. The other was critically hurt. Police released these photos of the suspected shooter from surveillance cameras. News 4's Paul Wagner is in Southeast now with more details.
It was just before 12 o'clock this afternoon that D.C. police say a gunman was inside the Nantu Market here in the 2300 block of Pennsylvania Avenue when...
Yo, this is crazy, man. Like, literally, man. Like, every fucking... How did this happen twice in one city in the
It's
same
the
day?
reporter too, right?
Huh? Yeah, it's the same
Paul
reporter.
Wagner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the same ringtone.
Do you think these reporters catch on eventually? Like, everyone seems to have a common theme here in all these shootings.
They know.
Yes.
They just. I imagine they get briefed every day saying, "Okay, remember eye contact. Don't talk about the victim. We got this and we got that." But they prepped every day, knowing, hey, when it's a sun crime, remember protocol.
Right. Yeah. Whatever you do, don't talk about the pragmatism. Just shut the fuck up about that. And just
Exactly.
careless.
Exactly. They being micromanaged like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, this is DC, so every murder's a black person. Like, all of them. Like, it's not like 90% of them. It's 100% of the murders of a black person. So it's kind of like you don't even really... And it's woke, too. Like, this very woke area. They already know. Like, they don't have to get no Here they wouldn't have to get no briefing about that shit. But the fact that two workers, like the lady at the gas station and this dude in the same day, that's just fucking. It just shows you how deranged some men are. Some men are deranged.
Developing tonight, right now,
Wrong with his
detectives are
mind.
searching for the suspect behind a deadly shooting inside a Southeast DC convenience store.
Late this morning, a man inside the Nantu Market and Smoke Shop along Pennsylvania Avenue opened fire and shot two people. One of them was killed. The other was critically hurt. Police released these photos of the suspected shooter from surveillance cameras. News 4's Paul Wagner is in Southeast now with more details.
It was just before 12 o'clock this afternoon that D.C. police say a gunman was inside the Not-To Market here in the 2300 block of Pennsylvania Avenue when two men walked inside. He then pulled out a gun and opened fire, killing one of the men. Police are describing this as a targeted shooting.
The Not-To Market sits in the middle of a strip of stores on a very busy block, a couple of hundred yards from the Sousa Bridge and the Anacostia River. A bus stop sits just outside the entrance to the store, which also bills itself as a smoke shop.
Yeah, this is like the trenches here.
We believe the parties had some familiarity with each other, so that's how we're looking at it.
Detectives were quickly able to locate a nearby surveillance camera that captured 3 photos of the man police believe is the shooter. They put those photos out on social media.
Please, once you see those photos, somebody would know this guy. Call us 202-727-9099, and you can remain anonymous.
So far this year, 161 people have been murdered in the city, compared to 225 at this same time last year.
Wow, that's a big drop, man. That's a big drop. Yeah, go hold it down for me, guys.
It's still flex you think it is. Like it's an outrageous amount of people.
Yes, it's completely outrageous, but
Yeah, the way they spin it is atrocious.
it's crazy how they get to flex these numbers. You know, all these people still dying, but they still get to say, you know, it's down from this time last year. So
If they actually showed the last like 20 years, that'd be fair enough. But they just do last year.
Yeah.
Well, the game is kind of rigged, right? All you have to do, just from a statistics standpoint, is you just pick one point and just wait until the crime goes down compared to like fucking 2 weeks ago.
Hey, what do y'all think about that new thing they put into law where the military can turn its guns on its citizens when it comes to anybody protesting elections?
I think that means that they're going to rig it.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, if they're already putting, because they're clearly already saying that, oh, that's what Trump is about to do. But meanwhile, they're pushing it through. The Biden, this Biden presidency, they're pushing that shit through.
Man, I miss the old Trump. Like he's talking about fucking like immigrants and all this shit. Like, oh, immigrants are the best and all this nonsense. Like
He's controlled.
I miss the old.
Yeah,
Trump.
yeah. Trump. I mean, he is controlled, but it is what it is. You know, at one point I was in agreement with you. I felt like he wasted a lot of time talking. Trying to get that minority vote. I just felt like it was a pointless thing to do. But then I started to think about it. I was like, you know what? I don't got a problem with it. You know, if like a lot of because I'm a big fan of Fuentes. And when I would hear his sentiment and how he's basically saying that he abandoned them, I'm like, maybe y'all should kind of try and get y'all's white women back in order. While Trump is over here trying to get the black vote, and trust me, there's so many, and I'm talking about straight men, straight black men
that are still on that Democratic plantation. They
I
literally
mean,
go by and talk about how Donald Trump is a compulsive liar, blah 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 blah. And it's like they got every excuse in the world for Kamala. And then when it comes to when it comes to the things that she does, whether if it's the Fox News, that Fox News debate or that town hall, they don't even watch it. They don't want to watch it. But they'd rather look up and see what CNN got to say about Donald Trump. So they're going to know about this whole having his generals wanting to be like Nazis, and they're going to know about the talking point about Donald Trump talking about Arnold Palmer's dick. So they continue to use these same old talking points, and I'm like, damn, man, y'all niggas is really brainwashed, but y'all are saying that I'm brainwashed.
Yeah, you're
So
good, bro. They're insane.
yeah, they
well,
are insane.
I mean, you say so many of black men on the plantation. I mean, this is just what it is to me. Like Trump trying to appeal to black people is like, I don't even understand what the fuck he was even thinking with that shit. He needs to get more gliders on his side. That's what's gonna help him win. Niggas are a lost cause.
Yeah.
Like 90% of them. They want this. They want niggas are more left like economically left leaning than than anything. So
Yeah. Hey,
you
Nick, I
Trump's
know.
gonna.
Hey, Nick, I heard you a couple times on Conservative. What you think about his view on how he brings to from this whole social dynamic?
What I think about conservative?
Yeah.
I mean, I rock with conservative, man. I think
I
he's
mean,
cool.
he says a lot of things that make sense, and he pretty much is. I heard him say that pro-black. That's nothing. That's nothing but a gay agenda. To be pro-black, it just means that you're pro-gay.
Uh, yeah,
And,
he
and
he gotta connect those dots for me. I don't.
man, I'm talking about all these homosexuals. All these homosexuals, they're always gonna have in their name.
Big time.
It's about being pro-black. So it's like, so if you I don't know if you fuck with Twitter, but they be having Twitter spaces. All these pro-black niggas, like niggas like Sinetta and
Mhm.
and, and these Brother Polite, man, they keep fags around. They keep them around. And then what do fags do? They're just like women. They're just how men are to women. All they trying to do is steady scheme. All they want to do is steady trying to fuck the next nigga that they think that they can fuck. And so it's like I don't even know why they keep themselves around them. But trust me, being pro-black and that gay black shit, that gay black Christian thing that they got going on, mega church Christian thing. I'm telling you, all that is homosexuality.
I
Big
mean,
time. So
yeah.
listen. So you agreed that some people are all Democrats, right?
Yeah.
Say 90% of them.
So
Yeah.
so the Democrats are gay.
I mean, they support LGBT for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
yeah, and they got to go along. I
Hella
mean,
gay.
we know how the Democrats rock. It's like you got to be all in. That means that you got to be all in. You got to be all in with turning dicks into clits. And I'm telling you, they're not going to oppose it.
No, I get what you mean. Like, being pro-black, you usually gonna vote Democrat and Democrat. Like, but I think it's kind of I don't say I'm not. I wouldn't say that if you're like one of these hotep niggas, then you're automatically gonna support the LGBT because I see a lot of the times that's not the case.
Mm.
But they end up indirectly supporting them by just being anti-Republican.
Yeah, it's
And,
indirect support. It's
yeah,
not like a certified black. Like black
And
people are very homophobic.
yeah, niggas. most black men I know in my personal life are extremely homophobic.
Yeah, but you all right, but you have a lot of these pro blacks. They be having homosexuals in their family and shit. They
Yeah,
be
but
having
they're still
homosexuals.
homophobic. I know black men that have gay
No,
sons that are still homophobic.
they accept it. They accept it, and then they think that you should too.
I mean, look, if I'm not anti-gay, I'm not against gay people myself, but
Yeah.
uh, yeah, that's
I
not
mean,
really.
I just don't need to have any alliances with them. I'm not saying that, I'm like, hey, live and let live,
Yeah, I don't really care what gay people
Yeah,
do.
I don't care. I don't care. They can do what they want.
The
But
trans shit is like, no, that shit is
no,
crazy. But
that's a mental illness. And as far as
yeah,
I'm concerned,
that shit is
that
insane. But
yeah, that stuff right there, that's just to hide. That's just so the pedophiles can lurk in the shadows
Yeah,
legally.
but sons are going to support it again, like
They
indirectly,
will.
right?
They got no
yeah, they
choice.
still,
They got no
yeah,
choice. Hey, they gotta go all the way with it. They're gonna support mandated vaccines. They can. Then I'm telling you, they
They're
got
in the
it out
bag for Kamala. Like sons are in the bag.
there.
I wanted to say something. Damn. But go ahead. Damn, I'm trying to think. What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh
Man,
yeah, the one thing I was say about not the hood serve like directly, but a lot of black manosphere type creators. Like I just can't. I don't get jiggy with the black woman is the reason why niggas can't read and
No, that's
Oh
why they
yeah,
bullshit.
commit. Like I'll
like
never.
that Tommy Sotomayor type stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
no,
now
yeah,
let me. I'll say this. I rock with them. Like I think they're great content creators, but
yeah. That's
I
just not
don't
true.
agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
not
like when
true.
they started going into the black woman is
Yeah,
this and see
yeah,
this why the black community sucks because of black woman. Like
exactly. No,
that
I
shit is
feel you.
like no.
I feel you.
No.
Man, I'm telling you, I remember around 2022, because there was this one point when I was kind of like on that, but after a while, I think as a man, you're supposed to mature up out of that. Now, then again, but when you got people that didn't have past dramas, the mommy issues or whatever, ain't no telling what they gonna think, because them trust issues are gonna go a long way. But really, when a man has to think about their manhood, you got to think about your choices, the women that you chose, or whatever, or whichever woman that you choose. I mean, and that's another thing why I think that people are real quick to just submit to the woman. It's because they're not financially independent. They're either going to have backed up child support. There's going to be times where they're not working. They don't have the credit score to get into an apartment, so they got to go move in with a bitch. And when she's paying all the bills, because she's getting food stamps, she getting a check from here, check from there, whatever LLC that Goldman Sachs is just straight up covering for them to sell their bundles. You know, they they are the breadwinners, and then this guy is there living off of them for free. And it's like when they do it so much, and then that woman still gives him praise or whatever, still shows him that he's valuable there playing stepdaddy or whatever. Man, these dudes are gonna be like, man, black woman is God. Without this black woman, where would I be? It's like when you can't stand on it, and you kind of have to submit yourself to the black woman. Guess what? You're gonna sit here and be that dumbass nigga that's looking at Steve Harvey like, yes, boss. Whenever you say, we gotta protect this black woman, Kamala Harris. Fucking makes me sick.
It's an inversion of the natural order.
It is. It
Yeah,
is.
my thing is when these Harambis are running around and doing all sorts of heinous shit. I'm not thinking like, damn, if they just had a dad, they would be like a doctor or a lawyer or an astronaut or something. I'm
I
thinking,
know.
damn. If white people weren't here or we were in Africa, this would just be regular shit. This wouldn't be this shit is I think I said this the last time I was here, but Doc says this shit all the time, bro. This shit is only we only look at the shit niggas do in the context of a first world glider nation. When niggas are together, none of this shit is abnormal.
No.
Poverty, low academic achievements, lack of infrastructure, niggas not owning business, none of that shit is irregular when you put it in the context of niggas being niggas.
Yeah, but like the gliders, like the progressives, like they have this fucking annoying ass hubris because like they think they can change you, and it's like, nah, man, you can't change DNA.
Yeah, but
that's the DNA. That's the DNA in gliders because they think they can fix everything.
But that's part of my problem with not my problem, but that's why I diverge, probably a lot of people on the panel or in this chat diverge from a lot of those talking points because I don't think it's culture.
Yeah,
I don't think it's bad. I don't
MGTOW,
think
you're a race realist, basically. You're a race realist.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, I don't think it's culture.
It's
I
not
don't think
Irish people. Fuck off.
It's not. Yeah, it's none of that shit.
No.
So me realizing that I'm not gonna blame it on black women when I don't.
Just another way.
That's another culture
accountability.
argument. Black
Nah,
women,
I
you're
can't-
saying is culture, and
Now,
I
I
don't think
can't
it's
lie.
culture.
I can't lie. Maybe some of this subversion. You can kind of point it at black women because they have been doing the bidding. They're the one that is going to overtalk. That is going to overtalk the masculinity with their own masculinity because no man is just going to sit here and the scenario I'm thinking of is a place like CNN. You keep a black woman around there, that black woman is going to be the one who is censoring free flowing thought. So it's like,
But this is what I'll say about that. When we have free flowing thought.
Right.
I think we are expressing what we truly believe, which is we hate white people, we hate America. Capitalism sucks because we're not good at it. The school system is racist because we're not good at it. The police system is biased against us because we're always committing crimes and ending up in jail. Like I don't
not
it's a
complying.
liberal glider somewhere pulling the strings for niggas to make up these talking points.
Well, hey, so another thing I've been looking up. I've been just because a lot of things have been making sense to me. I'm sure you're familiar with. I think it's New Guy, right? Who's that? Yeah.
What's up? Yep.
You're familiar with Joseph McCarthy and McCarthyism, right?
I mean, not really. I mean, it's kind of a buzzword that I hear though a lot about.
Gotcha. Well, I've been just researching him or whatever, and what really intrigued me was that he died so young. But around the 1950s, he just basically started a Red Scare, and he was saying that the communists have infiltrated. They have infiltrated the military. They have infiltrated the universities, and they are.
They have now.
Well, no, they had then. They had then because remember,
it was before then though. It was
well,
probably
yeah,
in the 20s.
and it makes sense, don't it? I mean, think about World War II. We were fighting alongside. Weren't we allied with China and Russia? Those are communist. Those are communist people.
Yeah, but how does that relate to what NGTOW just basically said a moment ago? Like everything NGTOW just said was true. Communism or not, Red Scare or not.
Yeah,
I think.
Okay, go ahead.
I think the natural state of a son probably does lean more communistic.
I think so.
Like just listen to what they listen to everything that is all equality and
you gotta take care of mama.
They love racial quotas.
Mm-hmm.
They love trying to like do some sort of weird racial soul math to try to tip the scales in their favor without having to earn any. They love this shit.
Yeah. So in their heart, And that's not even in America. That's the same thing in Africa. In Africa, it's like they're better suited for a system of communism, equal distribution. So it's like they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing, indoctrinating the black women with this. Like,
Yeah, and I don't think anyone's denying like that fucking gliders or the Juice Crew can like slap a weave on like a black woman's head and get her to say the talking points. Like no doubt like sons you can like kind of push them out the door, but at the end of the day their hand is naturally already on the knob of that door.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna say damn, I'm always fucking forgetting what I was about to say. Oh yeah, like sons want more welfare.
Yeah,
you got Tariq Nasheed, this nigga driving around in the. I don't even know if y'all even know who this nigga is. Tariq Nasheed, the FBA
We
nigga.
know him.
Mr. Buck
We've seen
Brick.
his tweets, I'm sure.
Mr. Buck Broken. This nigga running around talking about FBAs are old. Like, fuck, this nigga said like $20 trillion. Like,
That's
I
dog,
knew it was going to be trillions.
Yeah.
Bro, niggas are all about unearned shit, bro. This is what we are, dog. We don't.
If you look at it, right, like just from like an economic racial point of view, just most sons are tax negatives, so there's no way they're not gonna vote Democrat. Like if we're being honest here, the fucking only people in the United States who pay tax are like gliders, the Juice Crew, and like probably some Patels and some Tigers. That's about
Some
it.
burritos.
Hey, can we get some people to take the $5 challenge, man? Support the channel, support this channel and the work we doing here, man. Can we get some people to do that in the chat, man? Take the $5 challenge, support the channel. Go ahead.
Yes, like Lou guy just said, like it's just to me, like the problem isn't even Democrats, dog. Because you could go over to like those Western European countries, they got all types of socialized shit, free healthcare and all. They're not. You trying to tell me Norway would be a shitty place to move to?
No, of course not. No. Like
it's like Asgard. It's like Asgard. Like
that's why I get on. I'm really critical on Haiti because again, look at Poland. Poland been through the same circumstance, and yet they fixed their shit up.
Yeah, to me, and like this, and I fuck up a lot of Republicans' heads when they be like, man, it's these Democrats. Nah, nigga, it's these niggas. It's these black people. Bro, New York without black people would be amazing.
Yeah, that's why I gotta get off the fucking conservative train. Like,
yeah, I don't do the conservative Democrat. I don't. Of course, I fuck with Trump. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not like, yo, if you vote Republican, then all these problems. I don't believe that at all.
No, absolutely not, man. No way.
Republicans want us to go to war with Iran. Yeah, they want people to go die for Iran, like in the New York second. Democrats want that too, though. They just want us to die for Iran and Ukraine.
The only difference I really see is the acceleration of the trajectory that we're on, depending on which party gets in.
Yeah,
like Democrats, like it's going to ramp up. Things are going to move quickly.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why is Trump like not like fucking talking about deporting people and just stopping immigration? Period.
Yeah, I thought he was like trying to build the wall and now he's stuck.
Even Trump said something about if the parent have consent that they can do transgender surgery. So I'm like, man, what?
See what Trump is doing? Trump is moving to the center,
so
he can win the election.
Yeah,
he doing the same thing Kamala doing. Kamala's moved to the center. As soon as if Kamala wins, she opening that border up the next day, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Yo,
It's gonna be the same thing as Biden.
They both move towards the center. That's all they did. But they gonna do once they get in, they're gonna show their true colors. But you can't really take nothing Trump saying seriously about like transgender surgery and stuff. He just moving towards the center because it's a tough election. Let me play this video for y'all, man.
The United States has more than 2.2 million adults locked up in its prisons and jails. That's only slightly smaller than the population of Houston, America's fourth largest city. Many of the inmates are repeat offenders, which raises the age-old question of what we want out of incarceration: punishment or rehabilitation so prisoners do not return. One Scandinavian country is using a unique approach to achieve the latter. As part of our week-long series here at NBC News looking at criminal justice reform, Kelly Kobiea travels to Norway for our Sunday Spotlight.
I remember you showed this.
In this vast forest of pine and blueberry is what some call the world's most humane prison, Halden Prison, where new inmates are greeted the way I was, with a handshake.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Drug smugglers, murderers, rapists, all doing time in a maximum security prison that feels more like a college campus.
This is home?
Yeah, this is home, yeah.
Karsten was convicted of killing a man in Brazil. This is his cell block with a full kitchen, big screen TV, laundry room.
You have a key to your own cell.
Yeah, everybody has their own key.
He and the rest of the prisoners are locked in overnight. The rest of the time, they choose when to lock the door to their cozy single bed cells with a TV and a private bathroom.
I used to be in prison in Brazil, and there was a cell just a little bit bigger than this, and there used to be 50 people in the same room.
The point here, to turn criminals into good neighbors.
Always have coffee on the go. Thank you.
Rehabilitation, says the prison governor, starts on day one.
We take the freedom from them, but when they are here, we try to help them to get a better.
See, this is a homogeneous white country.
Yeah, this is fucking wild, man. But let me say this. Like, I'm not racist in that, like, that fucking glider who killed someone in Brazil did that because of fucking DNA. It's just a much smaller frequency and proportion in the white population compared to the black population.
It's about averages.
Yeah, it's about averages. But this fucking white guy should be fucking killed or locked up forever. He doesn't need a fucking big screen TV, just like these fucking sons don't.
Yeah, I remember
my in redemption.
No, but here's the thing: that they think that this is because this works over there in a homogenous white country. They think you can bring this to a multicultural society.
Oh yeah, no way.
Yeah, it's the problem with blank slate theory.
Yeah, exactly.
Other citizens.
Inmates have a normal work week, giving them routine and responsibilities, training to be car mechanics and graphic designers in a state-of-the-art studio.
From the city hall, we're getting jobs from them.
Learning skills like restaurant prep, where they're trusted to handle knives, can help them get jobs on the outside. They have weekends off and a house available for overnight visits with their families.
This is jail?
Criminal records.
Richard is studying music. He's doing time for murder and served his first 4 years in a Swedish prison.
Nigga learning
I was
instruments.
very hateful myself when I came here, because I come from a very, very hard prison systems. They really hate the guards, and the guard hated us.
Norway.
Do I feel like a different person now? Yeah, I do.
Here, guards and tutors work side
Do they
by
do the
side
same
with
with
inmates,
sex criminals?
playing chess or simply going for a walk.
I think they do. I think it's just they believe that. Listen, this is a high trust society on the outside, though. So the streets is a high trust society. So even though you know what I mean, this is crazy. These people live high trust on the streets. And when I say high trust society, I'm talking about like, just people.
They actually
yeah, you can leave your car door unlocked, you can leave your door unlocked. You can
throw your garbage.
I live somewhere like that.
You can forget your phone somewhere and it won't be gone 2 minutes later.
Yeah, like that. It's just these are high trust societies on the streets. So these people, even though they're criminals, they still were raised and nurtured in a high trust society. So now they're in jail. In jail, they could experiment like this. I'm not even saying it's going to work long term, but this experiment so far so good. You can at least experiment like this. You could never do this with sons.
Fuck no.
You could never do this with, and you shouldn't.
Well, we're
You know what I'm
doing it
saying?
now.
Nah, not this. Not
We're
this.
No, not this.
Well, not this.
Do I
We're
feel
just
like
letting them out. That's my point.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
even
but they're
going to
not.
prison.
But we talking about like this.
I was very hateful myself when I came here, because I come from a very, very hard prison systems. They really hate the guards, and the guard hated us. Do I feel like a different person now? Yeah, I do.
Here, guards and tutors work side by side with inmates, playing chess or simply going for a walk. It's all about building relationships and trust, even with the prison boss.
You look so happy.
It's an inmate who painted it.
There are cameras and locks, but no weapons, and nearly half of the guards are women.
But do you feel safe?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Well, I mean, we get to know all the prisoners pretty well. We interact, but we're with them all the time.
Norway's model isn't cheap. $93,000 per inmate per year, three
Wow.
times more than in the U.S. But only 20% of inmates reoffend after 2 years. In the U.S.,
So they're saying that's because of this model.
Yeah, but we know it's probably that, but really more the DNA more than anything.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
DNA more than likely. So
Yeah, they're
I
trying
don't
to
know.
slip this fucking bullshit into like a racial jungle known as the United States. Nah, that's not it.
Yeah, I don't even think this will work with Hombritos.
No, definitely. I don't even know. Well,
No.
apparently it does work
No
in
way.
Norway, but like it still is kind of from the American mind. Like knowing what I know about sons, this is just unimaginable.
Yeah, this is asking for that woman to get raped. Because here's the thing.
it's 60%.
This
with them all the time.
The guy, a white guy would be able to see multiple steps down the line, right? So, like, a white guy would be able to see, like, if I rape this woman, I'm messing it up for everybody, right?
Yeah, and the
A son
experiment's
would
over.
not be able to see those further steps. He'd be able to see, I want to fuck her, and it's easy to fuck her because she's slipping, and the whole system is slipping, so I can fuck her easily. You know what I'm saying? And usually when you have sons like say like a reporter like comes to the jail 60 Minutes or something, those sons that are interacting with them are model citizens. Those are sons that are like have like been like done good time for like 10 years. They live in like a different section than the other inmates. They, you know what I'm saying? They've gotten all types of rewards for being have good behavior for years. They don't just put any sons around the reporters when they come to the jail in America.
It's propaganda. Like it's all an act. They're trying to do that on purpose to make it pretend and make people think that your average fucking son man is like this. But no, not at all.
Yeah, well, no, for the people's safety.
Let me ask you this: could this work on tigers? Because tigers can have a little rough edges
Yeah,
too.
this will work. This could work with tigers, definitely. This could definitely work with tigers because they have high trust society and they have a demeanor that's you know what I'm saying, like they have a demeanor where I think it would work better with tigers than it would gliders. This right here, tigers have a certain demeanor where they're just
authority.
They're more like the rule is the rule, right? And they gonna follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? They follow rules, and they do what they're expected to do.
I mean, we get to know all the prisoners pretty well. We interact, but we're with them all the time.
Norway's model isn't cheap. $93,000 per inmate per year, three times more than in the U.S. But only 20% of inmates reoffend after 2 years. In the U.S., it's 60%. There's no death penalty, and life sentences were banned in 1981. Even mass murderer Andres Breivik, who killed 77 people in a 2011 attack, was given a maximum sentence of
Children.
21.
He killed 77 children.
Really?
Yes.
You know him, KB?
It's an infamous story.
Yeah, I remember that it happened, but I mean, I didn't know he killed 77 children.
It was
I
a
didn't know he
camp
killed
full of
77.
children, so there were probably a handful of adults, but the vast
Wow.
majority was children.
Even
And he gets to just walk around and shit. Oh my God. Yeah, like this shit right here, like a guy like him, you're gonna have guys like this in white society, serial killers, mass killers like this that do this type of stuff. And that's a and you'll have guys like that. Whereas like in the Sun community, you'll have like 77 guys that'll kill one person. And it's like so it's different societies, but yes, whites do have people like this. This is crazy, like 77 kids. My God.
Mass murderer Andres Breivik, who killed 77 people in a 2011 attack, was given a maximum sentence of 21 years, though that is extendable. Conservative critics say Norway has gone too far.
What about the victims who actually has this feel really in injustice that the people who commit this crime can actually live in this luxury?
But if someone were to say to you, wow, this looks like a pretty luxurious lifestyle.
Most of us are going to see it outside for a long time, outside the wall.
But these men admit they've been helped here.
Before I think more like a criminal, but now I start to think more like a normal guy, you know?
If you treat an inmate
sure,
like
buddy.
an animal, he'd be an animal. If you treat an inmate with respect, he'll respect you back. He is a human being. Yeah, we treat them like human beings.
Lessons many here believe could extend beyond these prison walls. For Sunday Today, Kelly Kobieya, Halden Prison, Norway.
Yes, Kelly, thank you very much. You can see more in-depth reporting in our Justice for All series across NBC platforms, including a special town hall inside Sing Sing Prison, moderated by Lester Holt tonight on MSNBC
What's up with that
at 10
hairline?
o'clock Eastern.
Like I
going on there?
gotta say, like this, and I bet Nick will probably agree with me. Like this is the reason why I'm a race realist, because you can go from far right to far left depending on just the population you are trying to, put in context, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like I could kind of fuck with this, not the murdering shit. No, the murdered people, they gotta just be executed. But like, yeah, okay. Like if you got some unarmed robbery shit going down, yeah, this could make sense in Norway, but not with sons in America. Fuck no.
Yeah, you couldn't work at my job.
No, like Ox said, man, sons need lashings. They need lashings with some little
Nah,
metal
it's
spikes
true.
at the end.
They
I'm
only
telling
learn
you,
through the
and
violence.
that needs to happen in front of people. It needs to happen in public because the public shame will let them not want to do it again. Because the son person always cares about how they look.
Did we lose Og?
Did he die on us?
Nah,
I'm
it's
sitting here. I'm
probably
waiting for
muted.
y'all. Y'all done? Okay.
Yeah.
Salute to Jimmy Fields Production. He says, communism, socialism are collectivist and feminine ideologies which pair nicely with tribal heritage as found in black culture, which is run by women.
Facts,
man.
facts, and facts.
But yeah, man. Great show, guys. Any final words, man? Any final thoughts, man?
Hey, man, just salute to the king, Ock. All hail, Lord Ock. Man, appreciate another good spirit. Another good.
Man.
Real quick, Ak, you think he gonna win?
Trump?
Yeah, it's feeling like it.
I'm not convinced yet. I still think they got it. They're gonna pull off some bullshit and tell you, yeah, we did it. Fuck you. So yeah, they're gonna pull off some. They're gonna try to pull off some bullshit. You can see the writing on the wall, man. Like they definitely setting the table for them to pull off some bullshit. and then to gaslight the public. Same black time, same black channel. Out of here. Peace out.
Peace.